Hello, welcome, greetings. How are you doing? Happy Saturday, Feliz Navidad, and all that. Warm greetings. I welcome you kindly to the chat. And let's see, what else can I think of? Saturday afternoon, whereabouts. Hope everybody had a good Saturday. It was raining cats and dogs, and probably even crocodiles after a while. So we shall see what is going on in the thingamajig. We'll wait for people to pop in the chat, or speaking people, to see what's what. Sent out a few thingamajigs to people, so maybe they'll pop in chat. Because we don't count. I'm not counting lurkers, because if they don't chat, they don't count, in my opinion. So we ain't counting them. Because they don't stay 15 minutes. So, anyways, we'll sit here and wait, and probably scared everybody off from last night, but whatever. It's all good. Well, yeah, I think I must have scared people away from yesterday. I don't know. That's all right. We're gonna keep going. Really? Huh. Okay. That kind of sucks that happened. Okay. All right. I didn't think Starbucks closed this early, but okay, I guess it does. All right. Well, let me see. Now, somebody will pop in here in the near future. We'll just run it. But I do want to thank everybody for popping in last night, despite what happened. I got a lot of watch time last night, so average 32 minutes and 45 seconds. So I got like 30 hours, between 20 and 30 hours of watch time. So I do want to thank everybody for popping in. Probably won't do that all the time, but hey, you never know. Of course, I don't know exactly when I'm going to stream again after this. I might do a few early mornings, but I apologize. The schedule is chaotic. I can't control it. It has nothing to do with me. It has things to do with work and things to do that influence the outside. So yeah, and then I'm gonna be busy traveling the next few weeks, so I won't even be around. Not that anybody's listening to this anyway. But if you do listen to this, that's probably why. So I'll make some videos and get 20 views out of it, probably. I don't know, but I do appreciate everybody. I really do. Even if they don't appreciate me, I appreciate you. Um, so that's just a general thing. So, all right, we'll wait till somebody pops in here. So. Yeah, like nobody, Elvis. Nobody's here tonight. Isn't that weird? Isn't that weird how one night you have a lot of people, next night nobody's here? That just proves my point. I'm just sitting here waiting for somebody to. So, I don't know. Saturday nights, I guess, apparently everybody else is watching everybody else, but I don't know. We'll see. I sent out a bunch of invites, but I don't know who's going to jump on. Yeah, that was last night. It's dead tonight. Yeah, YouTube works in mysterious ways. Yeah, I got an average of like 32 and a half minutes of watch time last night. So it picked me up about 30 hours of watch time. So, give or take. But I don't expect everybody to be on here all the time. So, just how it is. Maybe somebody will jump on here. I don't really know. But when I message 50 people to come on, nobody gets the messages, so I just don't message them anymore. So it is what it is. Yeah, because everybody streams on Saturday. But it's the perfect day for me to stream. So, I don't know. I might start doing a few morning streams just for the hell of it. I'm just trying to throw stuff and see. Somebody's drag racing outside again, apparently. It was storming earlier. It's supposed to storm again. Well, I sent Cajun a link. I sent him a link to the panel, so if he sees it, he can pop in. I mean, I can call him. I have his phone number, but I don't want to bother him. So, yeah, I didn't feel like having anybody last night. It just depends. See, Wednesday was a good stream. Yesterday was a good stream, mostly, but I don't know. It just depends on the YouTube universe or gods or whatever the hell you want to call it. But they, I don't think he'll see it. He's probably on Raging Cajuns or Edge channel right now. They do a stream on Saturday night. So he's probably on one of those on the panel. So what the heck am I looking at here? It must be that. My phone's looking at some weird. Must be picking up that. I don't know what the hell that is. He'll pop in if he wants to pop in. He can pop in. If not, I'm not worried. It'll get busy. People will pop in. If not, then I don't know. Then I'll just talk to you for 2 hours or an hour and a half. Why not? I don't know. So, Bill's Mafia in the house. Doctor Who. Bill 457. Hello, been a while. As soon as I say Bill's Mafia, I get to Bill in that thing. I popped in. Well, I appreciate you popping in. I'm trying to pop in everybody else's stream lately. Kind of difficult to pop in everybody's stream. I try. I certainly try to pop in people's streams. But we're trying to see what's what. Of course, I'm always working when Dale and Newsmaniac is streaming now. By the time I get home, they end their stream, so that's why I'm never on their streams too much anymore. But I try. So we'll see. I heard the Bills are trading all their draft picks for a crappy player. Can we confirm that? If the Bills trade all their draft picks, y'all can have Andres Pete. I stream. It just depends if people want to be here or not. I put out videos. It just depends if YouTube pushes them or not. It's that old axiom. Do they want to push it out or not? I don't know. So that's all it pretty much runs down to. And read that. But that's Bill's Mafia in the house right there. Doctor Who, But yeah, talk it over, Buffalo Bills. If y'all want to trade all your draft picks to the Saints for Andres Pete, you can have them. Shit, we'll throw in a peanut butter sandwich too while we're at it. So we need to get a little bit of cap room so we can sign this. Well, my chats are sort of nice. I try to avoid streaming when others stream, but they don't have the same courtesy against me. So yeah, I didn't really go in anybody's chats today. They had some bad weather here, so I was following the weather for a while. It was storming, hailing, had 70-mile-an-hour winds. That's hurricane force winds almost. And then it went away around 5 o'clock, but round 2 is supposed to happen after midnight, about 1 p.m. or 1 a.m. or midnight. It's supposed to storm again. So I couldn't get to run my errands today, and I probably won't be able to run them. Well, I might run them tomorrow. Nah, Thomas is only counting against $8 million this year. He restructured his contract. Otherwise, he wouldn't be on the roster, Elvis. You really got to keep up with the Saints salary cap situation. He restructured his contract. He can make up to $15 million this year if he actually plays. If not, he only gets like $8 million, I think. So, we had to restructure a lot of contracts to get under the salary cap. And they restructured another player yesterday. They saved another $20 million. See, everybody always thinks the Saints are over the salary cap, but they never are. So, yeah, crazy weather. They said it was going to rain the last week, and it didn't. So I told them today they said it's going to rain. I said, nah, it'll be sunny. They were saying for the past week it's going to storm, hail, whatever. I'm like, I don't care. Do it when I'm at home. Usually when I'm working, if it's bad weather, we just get stuck there. One day, a couple of months ago, it was pitch black. And it was like, I don't know, 2 o'clock in the afternoon. It was pitch freaking black outside. And they talking about tornadoes and storms. And I'm like, people can't. They had a few people come into the store. And I'm like, go home. There's a tornado out there, you idiots. So, no, the Saints are like 18 million under the cap right now. They're actually in good. They're in the middle of the pack, but they want to clear up some more room. Of course, Odell Beckham went to the Ravens and got paid. So I thought the Rams were going to sign him. But I saw that the other day. Odell Beckham signed a lot of money. Lamar Jackson recruited him. So, we had thunderstorms today. Thunderstorm, lightning, you name it. a lot of power outages down here, but not. Thank God my power didn't go out because you'd see me streaming on the phone. So it wasn't too bad. So let's see. Oh, they had one there. Well, Elvis, he signed like a 4-year contract for like $36 million, I think it was. And then Odell Beckham got like a $20 or $30 million signing bonus. So he got what he wanted. The Ravens paid him. So Lamar Jackson's the one that recruited him. Supposedly. Well, he was going to re-sign with the Rams. Matthew Stafford was like, I can't wait to have you back. And then at the last second, they said Lamar Jackson called him and said, hey, come to Baltimore, win a Super Bowl. He was like, all right. So, but, yeah, them tornado watches, I'm telling you. Crazy. But Lamar's too much money and he gets injured. So I'd let him go. Lamar's like he's good and everything, but when you're paying a guy $50 million to sit on a bench with a lame hamstring, yeah, that's just not feasible in this NFL commodity. So never feasible. I mean, the Falcons are signing everybody on the sliced bread, thinking they're going to be good. Oh, we're going to sign enough good players and we'll be good. They could sign. The Falcons were trying to trade for Lamar Jackson. The sun, and they were going to give up the sun and the moon. And then the Ravens said, you don't have any good players. Who the hell do you got that we want? Nobody. So, Nah. Lamar's still raw. He's like a young Randall Cunningham. He's got to develop his passing. I mean, it took Cunningham 15 years before he realized how to pass decently and stopped running a lot. So that's how I think he is. But I thought the Saints had a good shot at going after Lamar Jackson, but then lately he's been being weird and shit, so he wouldn't fit in the mantra. Randall Cunningham back in the day. No, I'm just comparing to Randall Cunningham as far as Randall Cunningham back in the day would run first and then pass. But he was never a passing quarterback per se. He didn't become that way until he retired and came back with the Vikings. Lamar Jackson's sort of the same way. He's a running quarterback and he passes every so often, but he's got a bad passer rating. That's why teams want him, because of his speed and he can run. I mean, why need a running back when you got your quarterback running? You might as well call him the quarter runner. Of course, you're comparing two different decades. You're comparing the 80s and the 90s to the 2020s. Sad part is Lamar's going to get paid. Doesn't matter. Some team out there is going to trade him. I mean, if Dan Snyder still had control of the Redskins, I'm sure he'd trade for him. But, he's getting ready to sell that team to somebody. I figured who's buying that team. So that's just how it is. But Cunningham back in the day was pretty decent. I don't know. Will Randall Cunningham ever be in the Hall of Fame? Probably not, but you know. Yeah, everybody loves Cam Newton. Since day one, I call him Scam or Pam Newton. Yeah, Cam Newton actually tried to come back with the Panthers this last year, and I'm just like, nah, he's done. He's done. I mean, Cam Newton, what has he done? Yeah, he leads all quarterbacks in career rushing yards. Hey, Anita, how you doing? He leads all of them in rushing yards. But what did he do? He took a team to one Super Bowl and laid a golden goose egg. Nah, it's YouTube. YouTube doesn't notify. I'm used to it. I even posted it at 7 o'clock this morning on the community tab. Said, hey, I'm streaming at 8 o'clock tonight. Nobody saw it. So, I'm not surprised. They don't get notification. YouTube doesn't notify my people. They don't. I stream at the same time, mostly 8 o'clock, unless I do a morning stream, once in a blue moon. But usually it's around 8 o'clock. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, give or take, whenever, periodically. Yeah. Lamar Jackson is basically Cam Newton 2.0. He's selfish and he's not going to win a Super Bowl. I don't see him winning one. There's one thing to have swagger, but there's another thing to be me. There's no I in team, and I'm pretty sure Lamar Jackson single-handedly can't win a Super Bowl. Got to have receivers, got to have tackles, got to have people blocking for. You see, the tackles, the quarterbacks and the receivers always get the glory, but it's fine. It's called YouTube sabotage. I'm used to it. Go ahead. I'll just sit here and talk to Elvis for a while, and you come back in. I'm good with it. Or if Bill's still here, whoever. I don't know. It's already a successful failure, this stream, so, But in that essence, in that general essence, I think that Lamar's not going to go any better from that. I don't know what player you're talking about, but I'm sure they suck too. The one from Memphis. Yeah, there's a lot of football players out there think they can do shit. And yeah, they got talent. They got raw talent, but, some cocky bastards. There ain't nothing wrong with a little competitiveness. Yeah, you got to have swag. You got to compete. But these people, they get these big-ass, you ever notice they get these big-ass contracts and they don't want to do anything. Perfect example of getting big-ass contracts and don't want to do anything. Oh, shit. What's his name? Played for the Saints for 4 or 5 years. Really good defensive end, defensive tackle. Really, really good. Then the Saints gave him a shitload of money. Then all of a sudden his true colors came out. He didn't want to play. He didn't want to do anything. He started bashing the team. Then they got rid of him. He went to the Redskins. He started bashing that team. He went to another team. He started bashing that team. Oh, well, I'm the shit. And I'm like, really? Dude, you serious? Like, once he got paid, he pretty much stopped playing. He was like, I'm done. That's it. Like, yeah. The one player who thinks he's a gangster. They all think they're gangsters. Which one? They all do. Fuck, Zion Williamson is a perfect example for the Pelicans. I'll come back when I'm feeling more like Zion. Really? This dude pulled a hamstring 3 months ago. 3 months ago. And he's sitting there doing an interview last week. When I feel more like Zion, I'll come back. Excuse me? Really? Okay. They got to trade Zion, get rid of his ass, because he's just not doing much of anything right now. Zion only plays in the middle of the season. He's hurt at the beginning. He's hurt at the end. Every time we're in the playoffs, he don't want to play. Dude gets $30 million to play 20, 30 games a year. These players, they start off, they got to, that's probably why Lamar wanted OBJ. It's the same person. I mean, they both got talent. They just waste it. So, but, yeah. These players, they don't get paid right away. And so they hide their egos. And they want to be a team player. Once they get paid, then they think they're the shit. Then they think, okay, well, who dat? Walltown Best. Who dat? How you doing, my friend? The Who Dat Nation is in the house. That's right. And Walltown, do you think the Pelicans should trade Zion? I certainly think they should. But that's just my personal opinion. Gotta hear it from a Who Dat, because I think Zion should go bye-bye. They just signed him to a big-ass extension, too, which he ain't actually going to earn. But sell that man for a peanut butter sandwich or something. I don't know. Nah, that's Who Dat Nation there. Look. There you go. Elvis, you know where Walltown is now? He's in the fellow land of Wisconsin. He's up there, doing whatever. Oh, don't go saying that to Walltown now. Oh, sorry to hear that, Walltown. I didn't know your dad was sick. I send my thoughts to you. I hate when that shit happens, and you lose somebody. It's always terrible. Never a good thing when you lose a family member. Never. But you know what the Minnesota Miracle would be? The Vikings winning the Super Bowl. That would be a Minnesota Miracle. Elvis does that shit all the time. I just delete that and I go, what the hell? I just delete it and move on. He's just saying that because you in here. But that's the true Minnesota Miracle. The Vikings winning the Super Bowl. Yeah, but his girlfriend's a cheesehead. So his girl is a Packers fan, Elvis. That's where he's at in Packerland. He moved from New Orleans to Packerland. So you gotta eat the cheese sometimes, I guess. But maybe she'll pop in somewhere sometime, somehow. Then we'll get everybody in here. So, I noticed one thing, right? Elvis, you might notice this too. One night I got this group. The next night I got the next group. The next night I got a whole different group. I think it's designed that way. It is definitely designed that way. I was watching Stoney this morning, and I'm like, he talking about Burt Cousins, and I go, Burt Cousins sucks. Next. Yeah, we got to get Stoney on YouTube. Stoney and Elvis have to meet. They just have to. I'm telling you, they just have to meet. Because you don't see two Vikings fans meet. So, damn right. He's a Saints fan trapped in Packerland. Well, not trapped. He volunteered up there, but Burt Cousins. Yes. There's a John. There's a new channel. Well, he's not new, but he's new to my channel. He popped in yesterday, and I said, Burt Cousins just threw another pick six, and he goes, Burt Cousins throws a pick 4.5. And I started laughing. I'm like, Burt Cousins just threw a pick six to his dog. He woke up, got the newspaper, and it was picked off. The cat picked it off. Yeah. Nah, the fail cans. Yeah. Yeah, you know how the fail cans are pretty good? They stole half our defense. Now, I just feel sorry for Caden Ellis and the other ones, because now they're going to suck on the Falcons. You know? Yeah, they took the money from Atlanta, but they're going to suck now. So, more power to them. They can take all, they want to get paid. I get that. It's a business, but, they're not going to go anywhere with Atlanta. As long as Arthur Blank runs that team, they're not going anywhere. Shit. That might be, the Vikings might be, the Vikings are actually better than the Falcons. I mean, but then again, everybody's better than the Falcons, so that's not saying much. But you put Burt Cousins on the Falcons, and they might win 6 games. Maybe win 6 games. At best. And that still sucks. So I ain't worried, because we're going to win the division this year. And we're going to get in the playoffs. And then I hope we hit the Vikings. I hope we get the Vikings in the playoffs. And I hope we play them in Minnesota. And then we'll go to Minnesota and whoop them. Because we play the Lions this year. And we play the Vikings. So, yeah, Jamal Williams, he was on my fantasy team last year. He led me to the title game. He had 17 touchdowns. Like, I don't know why the hell they would let him go. The Lions traded their best cornerback today to somebody for a 5th-round draft pick. Or was it yesterday? They traded him to I don't remember where they traded him to, but they got a 5th-round draft pick. And everybody's like, oh, the Lions know what they're doing. I'm like, well, I don't know if they know what they're doing or not, but who knows? So, I do know this. Without Jordan Jefferson, they traded him to the Falcons. Well, once again, the Falcons are trying to get everybody good play. The Falcons suck. The Falcons think they're going to go somewhere by getting all of these backup players and putting them on their team. No, they're great. But, Falcons made all of these roster moves just to go 4-13. Right? Look, I can't even tell you who the quarterback is for the Falcons right now. They let Marcus Mariota go. I think the Lions are going to... Boy, don't say that when Zanron pops in. You know what's going to happen, Elvis. It's going to be World War III again. So, I think the Lions will make the playoffs. They almost made them last year. The Lions never know what they're doing, but I think this year they sort of do. Because their fan base is pretty pumped up. I mean, they were within they honestly got screwed last year. They got screwed. Well, that's the key word, a healthy Thomas. He's another one. He got paid. He got paid, and he ain't played. So, you got to pay. You got to play to pay. However it is normally. So, I don't think he's washed, but you never too big. Somebody I follow posted a thing about Lambeau Field. We're talking about not Packers, but somebody posted Lambeau Field in the background. Yeah, we don't know what this skull crap is. So, I'm going to tell Stoney he needs to make a YouTube and get on this channel. Because I always you'd like Stoney. You know, you'd like him. I'm sure you like him. He's a Vikings fan through and through. You know, but he doesn't want to do YouTube. He's like, oh, I like my Twitch and that's that. I'm like, well, get your ass on YouTube. I'm like, come on now. Even if you make a YouTube channel and just post your Twitch videos, do it that way. So, I mean, hell. That's how I see it. But call him Burt Cousins because he hasn't earned the name Kirk yet. So I might as well start calling him Ernie Cousins. But they did the same thing to Brett Favre. The Packers fans, they're up in arms. They know they're losing to bet their quarterback. They're up in arms. I mean, can you really blame Aaron Rodgers for wanting to leave Green Bay when the management won't do what he wants? The management won't sign anybody. They won't help him out. Aaron Rodgers is like, look, I need help. And the Packers management's just like, nope, we're not doing it. The hell with you. Screw you. I mean, they alienated Aaron Rodgers for the last 3 or 4 years, basically, wanting him to take a pay cut. All this other crap. I mean, I'd be pissed too. At this point, Aaron Rodgers is like, look, I just want to leave and start anew. They'll forgive him in a couple of years when he retires. They'll forgive him. He'll go back to Lambeau, and then they'll kiss his ass again. Just like Brett Favre. They'll forget all about it. But they shouldn't be mad because Aaron Rodgers the last 2 or 3 years. You know, hey, Ben, how you doing? I've been doing good. You know, just chilling and stuff, I guess. Yeah, they're going to start signing wide receivers. Watch. Well, Aaron Rodgers is going to the Jets. He already announced it. I think they're waiting until after the draft so they don't have to give up draft picks. So probably after the draft in a few weeks, I think Aaron Rodgers will be traded. But, you know. But and so I got different chat room tonight. Each night, each time I stream, I have a different chat room, which is good. You know, so. But I found me a 1957 Wheatie and change yesterday. I just haven't done a video on it yet. But well, he's 39. I mean, you know, Shady Brady played till he's 45. I mean, if you use him right enough. I think Aaron Rodgers got at least another 2 years in him. You know. I mean, he takes care of himself. He does yoga. He might play for more. So, it is what it is. But that's never a bad thing that with Aaron Rodgers. So, we'll see. No, I don't chase people off. They chase me off. If Doctor Who's still in here, he's a Bills fan. He'll tell you Josh Allen is God. So, Prescott, he don't do much with Dallas. But, yeah, Lamar Jackson, yeah, we were talking about that before. I was comparing him to, like, you know, it's a team sport. They got to, you know, I mean, eventually he'll crack through. They can't lose forever, can they? I mean, just imagine if Josh Allen was on the Vikings. They'd probably go to the Super Bowl every year. So, you know. You just got to have a good quarterback. That's all you need is a good quarterback. Yeah. But all these years that people were saying Aaron Rodgers was going to go to the Saints, I'm like, nope, wouldn't fit. Bad fit. Nope. Aaron Rodgers and the Saints would never work together. There's not a chance in hell. It would just never work. So I know it would never work. Because Aaron Rodgers would be like, this is my team, bitch, and y'all got to go with somewhere. So, but Aaron Rodgers has a quarterback, has the right to be cocky, but he just pisses everybody off. But as far as the Packers situation, they just, the man wants them to draft this, and they don't want to draft him. It's like, hey, I need this to win. Draft me a tackle. Nope. They go draft a running back. That's trash. So, yeah, exactly. The Falcons were like, nah, we don't want Jackson. Nah, that's all right. Yeah, good luck. They let Marcus Mariota go. He was the best thing they had for him last year. He was the Falcons won 5 games last year. Mariota won 4 of them with his legs. If it wasn't for Mariota, they would have had a number 1 draft pick. So that's how trashy they are. Yeah, the Falcons don't care about winning. They never did. They never will. That's why they suck. That's why they don't have any fans. Someone actually told me they were an Atlanta Falcons fan, and I started laughing. I said, "Really? You must like failure." There's Mrs. Walltown Best. How you doing, Mrs. Walltown? Appreciate you popping in. Yeah. Well, Aaron Rodgers is just, he's a good quarterback. Obviously, he's going to be a Hall of Famer. It's just, I don't know. I'm not there. I don't know what's going on. I'm just thinking it's kind of a take and give. He takes and they give. I don't know. But that's just how it is. But he wants to go to the Jets, so you find it like this. Brett Favre did the same thing. He went to the Jets, then he went to the Vikings. So in a few years, Elvis, you're gonna have Aaron Rodgers as your quarterback. So be happy. In a few years when Aaron Rodgers retires, everybody will forget about that stuff at the end and go back to kissing his butt as the greatest quarterback in franchise history. Because most people think he's better than Brett Favre, which, I don't know, he might be. Breeze took a pay cut every year. That's why the Saints still owe him money. That's why Breeze is the greatest quarterback in NFL history, bar none, hands down. We got screwed out of at least 7 Super Bowls. But Aaron Rodgers would not be a good fit for the Saints. He just would not be. Because Mickey Loomis would be like, nah, we're not going to cater to this shit. Sorry, you got talent, but nah, we're not going to deal with that shit. Shit. Aaron Rodgers will never be a backup. Yeah, Brett Favre was good. Brett Favre single-handedly led the Vikings to the playoffs, but I wonder what happened that year. Oh, Breeze. I know Breeze could still play. Damn right he could. Shit, right now, Drew Brees could come out of retirement, lead us to a Super Bowl if he felt like it. So, I'm always going to support my team. You always support your team, Miss Walltown. That's just how it is. I mean, shit happens with players, and they move on, and management fucks up, and the team player messes up, and it's a business. People got to remember, it's a business. Yes, it's a sport, but to the players, it's how much can I get, where can I get it, what can I, they control and stuff. Yeah. Yeah, I wonder who won that game. Who won that game that year? When we played, I remember we played the Vikings. Didn't we win that year? Didn't we retire Brett Favre? Right? Exactly, right? Favre left, and the Green Bay Packers won 2 Super Bowls because of it. So, there's always a cause and effect scenario. But, yeah. And Elvis wants to bring up the Minnesota Miracle. The Minnesota Miracles when the Vikings win another Super Bowl. Brett Favre, in all honesty, he threw a pass he shouldn't have thrown. Seriously. If Brett Favre had any speed, all he had to do was run a few yards and slide. And the Vikings would have kicked a long field goal and probably would have won that game. But no, in Brett Favre fashion, he's like, I'm a gunslinger. He threw the ball across his body to the other side of the field. He wasn't even looking when he threw it, number one. He was just praying that somebody would have caught it. All Brett Favre had to do was literally take 2 or 3 more steps, slide, call a timeout, and the Vikings would have been in line for a 53, 54-yard field goal, which I don't know if Blair Walsh was their kicker, but whoever their kicker was probably would have made it in the Superdome. So, and, I know where Brett Favre's house is in Kill, Mississippi. I've passed it, but I'm not Wildtown. I'm not a car fanatic. I don't like Carr right now. I mean, hey, prove me wrong. If he wins a Super Bowl, I'll be the first one to kiss his ass. But Carr's a decent quarterback. But we're turning into the goddamn Las Vegas Raiders here. It's the New Orleans Raiders. Like, the Raiders lose for a reason. Besides their owner. Mark Davis is dumb, but yeah. But the Saints won the Super Bowl, and it was the happiest day of my life. So, and then when the Saints win another Super Bowl, it'll be the second happiest day. But yeah, Brett Favre played when his dad passed away and had the best 400-something yards passing, 4 or 5 touchdowns, Monday Night Football. So there's a method to the madness, but Brett Favre's probably going to prison soon. Just saying. He's probably going to prison. For the shit he did in Mississippi. But, or at least he's going to be on parole for a while. So I don't know. But, yep. No, it's because of money. These players will leave a good team to join a shitty team thinking that they're the missing piece to the puzzle and get paid a shitload of money. Then they realize, oh, shit, what did I do? I got all this money, but I'm on a shitty team. And it ruins their career. It ruins their legacy. Brett Favre is in a Medicare scheme, or Medicaid or Medicare. He stole something like $9 million from him and this group supposedly stole a bunch of money from the Medicare fund or something to use for their own private practices, allegedly. But Tracy Porter picked off. He did it to Favre, and now he did it to Manning. Greatest call. Jim Henderson. Greatest ever. So, yeah. Absolutely awesome. Yeah. You know who the Saints beat that year? First, we beat Kurt Warner. Then we beat Brett Favre. And then we beat out Peyton Manning in the Super Bowl. 3 Hall of Famers the Saints defeated that year to win the Super Bowl. 3 of them. So, I'm telling you. It's Tracy Porter. He's going down the field. I'm telling you. That's like the greatest call in any radio history ever. Or if you like the one where, what's his name on the Vikings telecast is like, no, what are you doing? You could have kicked the field goal. Why did you throw that pass, Brett Favre? Why? I'm just like, so I'd like to thank Brett Favre to giving us a Super Bowl. Honestly, Ben, we should have won we should have been to at least 3 Super Bowls. At least. So, well, if Jordan Love soaked up as much knowledge from Aaron Rodgers that Aaron Rodgers soaked up from Brett Favre, I think you got something there. So, I'm just saying. Who knows? Jordan Love might lead the Packers to 4 Super Bowl titles in a row. You never know. You just don't know what you got until you got it. Oh, I didn't sleep. I wish we could go back in time, win that Super Bowl all over again. It's just the teams that we beat. We retired Kurt Warner, basically. We retired Brett Favre, and we pretty much got rid of Peyton Manning, even though he won another Super Bowl afterwards. But you can't have a better script where we beat 3 Hall of Fame quarterbacks. 3 of them. Yeah, we need some decent wide receivers. Shit, I got a few steps left in me. I think I can sign for the Saints. You know, you could do something like that. But I don't know. They were saying today the Saints are probably going to have the easiest schedule in the NFL this year. So at least we got something going for us. At least the NFL's not going to screw us. I always call them the Bungles. But the Bengals are good for 2 reasons. Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase. And when the Saints get those 2 players, we're going to win a Super Bowl every year. I'm telling you. The Bengals are probably going to let both those players go because they're the Bungles. Mike Brown doesn't like to pay players. Joe Burrow could lead any team to the Super Bowl single-handedly. You know. I'm telling you, if Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase was on the Saints roster, good Lord, we'd be in the Super Bowl every fucking year. We'd never lose a game. We would never lose a game. I mean, if I was Mickey Loomis, I would trade the farm to get Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase. I'd be like, who do you want? You can have them. But I think LSU is going to win the national championship. You know, it's going to run off. The ladies won the championship. I think the men football team can do it too. You know, I mean, you just got to beat Alabama. Bama sucks, obviously, so we got to beat them. You know. It is what it is. But, yeah, I think LSU going somewhere this year. Brian Kelly, I'm not sold on. I wasn't sold on Brian Kelly, but I think he can do it. Now in year 2, I think he's got a chance. Hey, Treeland, how you doing? Appreciate you popping in, of course. But what? Bama fans? Pfft, nah. They smoking the Kool-Aid. Bama's not going anywhere this year except for the Toilet Bowl. That's every year Alabama gets invited to the Toilet Bowl. They just turn that one down. But Joe Burrow looks like Jim Brewers. Yeah, well, Joe Burrow, greatest quarterback in LSU history. Period. Oh, well, that would make sense. They got to root for it. They got to root for somebody. They might as well root for Bama. You know, but Joe Burrow played for the greatest team in college football history, period. LSU went 15-0, dominated, never trailed that entire season, kicked everybody's ass, including Alabama at the time. Undefeated season. And, like, after that year, so many people got drafted. Yeah, we went down a little bit, but you will never find a better team than the 2019 LSU team. Never. Period. Burrow is the second coming to Drew Brees. Burrow is not a good quarterback. He is a great. In fact, I would like to say that Joe Burrow is probably one of the best quarterbacks in the NFL right now. And that's saying something. I can't say he's the best, but he's up there. Well, we got Ohio. The Saints like to draft Ohio State players. They just do. So, you know. I thought that was a Sean Payton thing, but apparently it's a Mickey Loomis thing. But so I don't know. But it's always a good thing. So let's see. Wisconsin Badgers, yeah. Never been to Wisconsin. Maybe one of these days. I'm not much of a traveling person, but we never do know. We never can tell too much. Let's see. I'll ask Scotty in the morning. I guess if I'm up at 9 o'clock in the morning when Scotty comes on. Well, one of these days. I'm not really a traveling person. I get panic attacks. I have to get used to it. So, never been on an airplane. But airplanes don't bother me too much. But, you know. Sure, I'll come up there if somebody puts me up. And I'll be like, yeah. In the summertime. Well, yeah. The summertime down here, it's like 1,000 degrees and stuff. Well, you know, Walltown could tell you. It's just, you know. Shit, if you come down here during the summer, you're going to sweat your ass off. You know, that's just the bottom thing. And if you have a big ass, it'll be gone. If you have a small ass, you won't have an ass for long. It'll just melt away. That's always a good thing, Treeland. Yeah. I don't know. I've only been in 4 states. So I've just never been much of a traveling person per se. I'll go to my aunt's house, which I'm going to go to in a few weeks. It's like 3 hours away. That's close to Doug's house. Me and Doug's got to pop up, but I handle it. Yeah, you notice that all the people, Stoney was in New Orleans, right? South Louisiana Gaming, Casio, Tiger Jet, all of these Saints fans. And I never got invited to any of that stuff. You know that, right? I didn't even know they were down here until afterwards. And then they said, well, you were invited, but no one told me about it. Oh, we were talking. Like, no one mentioned, like, okay, I can't meet all these people, right? Nobody told me about it, nothing. I'm just like, okay, all right. Well, I see I'm not included in the whole Twitchverse thing. I get that. I'm an outsider. I understand that. We had all these Twitch people down here with these big ass channels, and they couldn't bother with me. So I don't know. I just feel like I'm an outsider in my own town. Like, I don't know. Then they were like, well, you were invited. I'm like, no, I just don't show up to places. I'm just not going to say, hey, can I come? No, I'm not going to do that. Then they were like, where were you? We were waiting for you. I'm like, you didn't invite me. Nobody said, hey, you should come along. Nobody invited me. I'm not going to just show up. That's stupid. Be like the fifth wheel. Oh, sure, I'm just going to invite myself. That makes perfect logic right there. So I've had several YouTubers pass me by, and I've had several Twitch people pass me by now. So that's okay. I try to collaborate with people, and it is what it is. Roger Rabbit has graced us with his presence from the secret location outside of wherever he is. I'm going to say Mexico, but I'm glad you fixed your router. Well, you fixed it yesterday, but yeah, I think they're probably in jail right now. Yeah, they haven't really been bothering me lately. You know, because I'll go out there and just like throw eggs at them. I don't really care. Oh, you know, a video I did on YouTube. I posted it. You could hear him in the background. What are you filming me for? I said, dude, I'm filming the moon. Are you the moon? I'm literally got that camera pointed at the sky, and he's like, why are you filming me? I'm like, do you live on the moon? Because I can't. They have a street light on one side, but the other side, it's pitch dark, so I can't see. If somebody came up to me, I can't see. But I hear voices. No, he wasn't beeping the horn. That's stupid shit. What happened was the street was flooded. So he took his truck, and he kept driving it back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, and his car died. So these idiots, that about 18 of them out there, they was trying to fix it, and they had the horn going for 2.5 hours. And I went out there and I said, "Can you turn that shit down?" The guy's like, "I'm gonna kick your ass." And I said, "All right, I'll tell you what, you do it." I said, "But you can't do it by yourself." I had like 18 people coming at me. So, I called the cops, and I'm like, "This dude threatened my life and all this other shit. He stepped on my property." And of course, when the cops go knock on his door, they don't answer the door. Cops like, he wouldn't answer the door. I said, because he got all kinds of pot and marijuana in his damn house. That's why. They're afraid. They're chicken shit. I said, they stepped on my property. I'm standing there. They're going to threaten me. Come on my property. I can handle one-on-one. Yeah, all I saw was all flashlights because, once again, on that side, it's dark. One-on-one, I could take my chances. When I got 18 people against me, yeah. So, yes. Carly keeps trying to give up your undisclosed location. And I'm like, "Carly, you can't do that. We don't know this person, this code person," which I won't give out. But she's like, "Oh, so-and-so." And I'm like, "Oh, do we call him that now? Like, his name is Roger Rabbit. I don't know this other person." Quote, quote. And like, we don't do that. But I know she was talking about you though. But I'm like, I don't give out names. I'm good with secrecy. So 18 idiots ought to be a band name. I'm sitting here thinking of band names like Smack 'em Up the Ass. That should be a band name, right? I used to have a good name for a metal band, but I don't remember what it was. I was just messing around putting words together. But it took them 2.5 hours to figure out how to turn off a horn. Surprisingly, as soon as I said something, the horn went over. Roger killed that guy, and that's why me is in Mexico. Well, you got Stacks and stuff who doesn't come on my channel anymore. He's in the witness protection program. He got out of California, moved to Arizona, so they say. Yeah. So Roger Rabbit is in Tijuana right now. He's like, "Hey, ¿qué pasa? Hey, give me another cerveza. How you doing?" And, so gotta represent. So, I keep missing those dark videos though, because I tend to check Instagram every so often, but not a lot. So by the time I check the stream, I'm like, shit, it's over. But, people will post shit on YouTube, and of course it's going to get taken down because then it's not allowed on YouTube. But there's always somebody posting another stream right back up with it. So, it's like, "Yo, Holmes, from the secret bunker in Mexico. It's the Roger Rabbit Show, Holmes. I have so much cerveza here, brah. It's good for you. I'm transmitting on my 1060 watt microphone." I haven't found a whole lot at all in the register lately. Regions Bank is terrible. Regions is just not a good bank to get any. I find a bunch of Star Notes all the time, but I don't pull them out the register because they're not. The ones I find, they're wrinkled or they got tape on them, or nothing spectacular. Like no birthday notes, no sequential notes, nothing out of order because I've looked them up on the Star Note value and stuff. So nothing out of any region, but I find Star Notes just about every day in the register. It's just that they're not, I could take them all out if I want. I probably should. I hide them in the bottom of the register so nobody fools with them. But I haven't had too much. I mean, I've gotten a few $100 bills from like 1996, but I don't have $100 traded out. And a lady was giving me money. Well, the 57 Wheatie, a customer put it in my hand, so that technically wasn't in the register. But yeah, because YouTube's got to reset, Roger. That's how it is. They well, the NFL, WWE, and Major League Baseball have a person that they hired, several people, and that's all they do. They go on YouTube and they pull streams down. Probably same thing with that. It doesn't get teched right away, but I never saw it out to collect notes. It's just that I find all this old money from various places I used to work at, and I'm just like, okay, fine. People keep giving it to me. This lady had a $5 bill from like 1940 something, and I was like, I saw it, and I was like, oh, please give me that bill. Please give me that bill. And she had it in her hand, and she went to give it to me, and she took it back, and she's like, oh, no, I can't spend this. This is for me. And I was like, oh, you must collect coins. And she's like, yeah. And I was like, oh, I collect coins and bills too. And, but she was almost getting ready to hand that sucker to me. I think it was a red note too. It was from the 40s or 50s. I didn't look at the exact date, but I know it was old. And I had a lady that freaked out once. She gave me a $2 bill and she freaked out because I told her, oh, I'll just keep this. And she goes, why would you keep it? She goes, well, give it back to me. And I'm like, well, no, I'll put it in a register. And I put it in a register. It was a $2 bill from like 2006 or something or whatever, 2003. And she freaked out because she's like, oh, well, if you're going to keep it, then I'm going to keep it in my pocket. And I'm like, I'll put it in a register. And I put it in a register. When she left, I took it out and I put 2 ones in it. And I'm like, this woman's freaky. But, yeah. But that lady, I had a lady yesterday. She put the 57, it was a Wheaties. She put it in my hand. And I was like, oh, okay, cool. I just haven't done a video on it yet. So, because I don't get many views on it. And I pull out a lot of copper pennies from the 60s and 70s. Like from 65. I think I pulled a 64 penny too. But I generally pull out copper pennies. 60s and I pulled a whole lot of copper pennies out a few months ago. Like probably $20 worth of copper pennies. Yeah. Well, we were doing a $2 thing for the kids, and she goes, well, that $2 bill's for the kids. And I said, well, I'll give them $2. I mean, she thought I was going to take that $2 bill that was going to the kids. And I'm like, no, I'm not going to do that. Stupid. But, it was ridiculous. But yeah, these people ask for weird stuff. And, but I'm always checking the change. It's just Regions Bank is just terrible for old change. I go into Capital One over here and they tell me, no, we don't give out our money. I'm like, I want to buy it. No, we don't do that. But why not? Like, I was a Capital One member for 20 years. And even when I had a banking account there, they wouldn't give it to me. I'm like, you have any silver? No, we don't do that. Why not? Like, some banks charge for it now. They'll charge like $2 fee or something. They would never give me anything. But I never had the idea of buying pennies and nickels and doing roll stuff. I just never had the idea for that. Maybe I should have, but I found a lot of change when I worked at Wendy's years ago. I had a guy gave me $2. I told him I was a coin collector, and he bought a junior bacon cheeseburger, and he gave me a roll of Buffalo nickels. He goes, well, the grandkids don't want this, and they'll just spend it. So anytime he came through the drive-thru, he was always paying an old change. If I was there, he would pay me an old change. So, yeah, these banks are stupid, though. They're really stupid. Do you have an account? No, but I used to. Like, why do I need an account to buy pennies when I got money here? Like what is the, Yeah, he would give me some Indian head pennies and stuff. Because he's like, oh, my grandkids will just probably spend it. The best place to find old money is a convenience store. Because people want their liquor and they want their cigarettes, and they will break into their parents' or grandparents' coin chest, break open sealed rolls, and spend it. I was in a convenience store one time getting an icy, and the guy put down a bunch of Franklin half dollars. I told that guy I would buy it from him, and then the owner scooped it up and said, nope, get out of my store. Like, looked at me and said, and basically kicked me out the store. And I'm like, are you serious? Really? Like, I'm not even talking to you, dude. He's like, stop bothering my customers. And I'm like, all right, well, screw you, man. Because I told that guy, I said, I'll buy those freaking, Franklin half dollars. I said, I'll buy them from you right now. Shit. But that's what they do. These people, they desperate. They need cigarettes. They need smokes. And they need beer. And they will break open coin chests. They will steal money from people. They will dip into the old coin collection. They don't care. They're just like, I'm going to spend it, and that's that. So that is the best place to find money. Yep. 90%ers, 40%ers. Now, I would never work at a convenience store because you're going to get shot, basically. Most cases. When I worked overnight at CVS, same situation. People would come in before 2 o'clock. They would throw. That's how I got a lot of old bills. They would give me freaking red notes from the 1960s, $5, $10 red notes. And I'm like, okay, yeah, sure. Oh, yeah, they break in, however they get it. Oh, it was inherited. They don't care. They just want their fix. So, yep, that is the best place. Or in fast food. People are desperate. They need food. Now, grocery stores are always another place. Grocery stores, that's why I find stuff in the Coinstar a lot. Grocery stores, you got to eat. People are desperate. They got to part with stuff. They're like, hey, I need food. And you can't blame people in that situation. But spending old money, spending silver dimes that are worth $20, $30 to get a pack of smokes, I mean, that's just dumb. But food situation, gas, people also spend it for gas too. So convenience stores, grocery stores. Most of the time I find nothing. Last week I found about $2 and change. I found a couple of car tokens. The last 3 or 4 times I think I found Bahama coins, and I did videos on it. I found Bahamas. I found about $2 in change. I pulled out a 64 dime about 2 or 3 months ago. I pulled out a silver dime. Then that video about, 3 or 4 months ago where I found 5 silver dimes and a quarter. Which just happened to be sitting right here. So I found 6 silver dimes and a quarter in the Coinstar, and I shit my pants because I was going to work that day and I was like, oh, silver. And I looked at it, I was like, holy freaking macaroni, it's silver time. And so I found 6 silver dimes and a silver quarter, and that was the best score. And that video, I don't even think they got 40 views on that video. I found a 1978 penny from a Coinstar, and I got 1,000 views on that for a 78 penny. Somebody was like, why are you showing that? That's not anything. And I go, well, y'all are watching it. But, yeah, I found, let's see, it was a 50, looks like a 56, a 54, 63D, I think, 46, 62. I had these in order. 60 and a 63. Oh, there's Boudreaux. Hold on, let me get Boudreaux up here. I forgot I sent him the link. I'm gonna put Boudreaux on the. Is he up? Hold on. Volume on. There we go. Boudreaux, how you doing? I can't hear you. You got the sound on? I got my sound on. Huh, that's weird. Technical difficulties, folks. He's testing out new equipment, so yeah. But I know I got my sound on. I might have broke it again, but and then the quarter was 63. So probably
Hello. Hello.
I hear you now.
All right. Not too loud, huh?
No, you're kind of low, but it's not that loud, but
Low? Oh, let me go back. Hold on.
a little low, not too bad.
Wait, yeah, but I was talking low. How about right now? My regular voice.
Oh, yeah, that's fine. I hear you.
Yeah, this ain't the new thing I was talking about yesterday.
Oh. If you would have came in 45 minutes before that, I would throw you on the panel. But yeah, somebody's messing around in my chat, and you know how I get sometimes. I'm like, damn it, what the hell? But oh, I forgot to send one to Doug. Maybe I'll see if Doug's around. I forgot to message him, tell him I'm streaming. I'll pull him on the chat. See if he's around and live. Because the other day he was in the shower. He goes, I'll come up when I'm out from the shower. He never came up. Let's see. But yeah, that was the one day I got a big Coinstar find. So I was kind of proud of that one. I don't even see Doug on the Facebook land. Let's see. Grumpy Stack Tires. Yeah, that's going to be the unofficial sponsor. One of these days. No. I don't even see him live on the thing. He might be sleeping by now. Let's see. No. All right. Don't know if Doug will pop up, but I sent him the link. Wounded Eagle Sacagawea $1. Well, you could. You definitely could there. But I don't know all the variations of a sack. I got tons of Sacagawea $. I got tons of them. I might have one. I have no idea. I just don't have the to look at it close enough. I need a magnifying glass. I don't know all the variations of what.
Hello. Oh. Can you hear me now?
I hear you.
Okay. Let me do this again. Man, it weirded me out there.
I thought you were talking and I couldn't hear you because I was like, is he talking?
Right.
Because I couldn't hear you. That's why I didn't respond. I don't know. YouTube sabotage at its greatest. I'm like, all right. But
yeah, all right. Now we're back. No, it wasn't YouTube or StreamYard. I went into a setting I'd never been into before in my audio for my microphone.
Yeah.
In my laptop. So this is my laptop microphone.
Oh, okay.
The first time you couldn't hear me because I was in that other new setup.
Oh.
I found a way to do my cell phone. I got a Galaxy Samsung. and I went through iRuin, IRIUN, Iron, yeah, Iron.
Never heard of it.
And well, it's an app you put on the phone, and then you put the same on your computer, desktop or laptop, same thing to match it with, and you Wi-Fi it. Like my cell phone, I could Wi-Fi it or cord, with a USB cord, and I can use my phone as a webcam, which is a lot clearer picture than this thing up here. And now the reason my view changed, that's a little bit better. Anyway, the reason my view changed, I was using my tripod, this thing right here.
Oh, yeah, I see it.
I was using this is one in Walmart, ONN. Man, I didn't wrap this thing around poles and all that, and it holds the camera. Okay, these octopus legs, they got these little rubber things on them.
That's pretty cool.
You can do it like that. You can bend that like that if you want. Bend that like that. It don't matter. So anyway, this is my normal tripod. I use this as a gimbal from my cell phone today when I made the video from a cooking channel, or a cooking video. Made a chicken, sausage, smoked sausage, and tasso sauce piquant tonight.
I have to check that video out. I didn't see the notification for that one.
Oh, it's not uploaded yet. It's going to be another 30 minutes or something. It's rendering right now.
I used to have that where
it's in HD.
Like your last video you put up, it took like 3 days. That's why I was like, hey, I finally get to
do it from the phone itself. Yeah. Now I know to import it from the phone to the laptop, then upload it to YouTube from the laptop itself. But
with this old phone, this is the one I used to take the videos on and stuff. And my new phone, I can still take videos on, but it cuts it off after a minute. Like if I'm talking, it cuts the sound off. And I'm like, I got rid of all the apps, and it's like, you need to free up space. Well, I got rid of almost every app. So I'm like, well, I can't free anything else up, so I don't know. So it's weird. So I was still filming it with this one, and then uploading it on my laptop, like you said, and do it. That's how I do the videos. One time I had one that took 3 or 4 days, and I just kept deleting it, and re-uploading it. But I'll show you I made a video of this, Ben, but where's the camera? There's one dime that I found. That is the 64. I don't remember if these are D's or not. I think that's a 64D.
That was a dime.
Yeah, I found about a month or two ago. I found 6 silver dimes and a silver quarter in the Coinstar tray. Yeah. Before I went to work that day, and I freaked out. I think that's the 56. I can't really see too well because I'm blind, basically, almost.
Oh, okay.
Lighting's not the best in the world.
It looks like a 56.
Yeah, I got call it up. I think that's the 63.
Yep. My eyes are bad too. That's why I wear these cheater readers.
Yeah, that one's a 46. I can see that one. Some of these are D's, some of them aren't.
The 63 and the 64 D's.
Yeah.
And the 64 Philly, the 64 Philly, and the 64 Denver. Look for the double die.
Oh, I wonder where they had a double die on them.
Yeah, sure do. On the reverse.
Oh, this one's the. I think that's a D. I can't tell, but I know it's 62.
Yeah, that 63 and 64 double die.
Hmm.
On the reverse, you can see the olive branches and stuff are double.
I know this one's a D because that's a 1960. I see a D on there. See, that is plain
Yeah.
as day.
Yeah, right by the torch.
And that's
to the left
the
of the
60. Yep. And then the quarter I found was I dropped it. Hold on. You heard it roll?
I heard it ding, and it sounded like silver to me.
I dropped it. It rolled on the floor. Yeah, and this is 63. Of course, I don't clean anything, so this is how I found it.
Right. Correct.
But yeah, I did a video on it a month or two ago. I found all of these in the Coinstar. So
I've seen that video.
Huh? You saw it?
I saw that video, and then
Oh,
I saw
yeah.
the ones with the pennies and.
Yeah. Well, I was going to Walmart one day. Let me push this up. I was going to Walmart.
Oh yeah, I'd like to find a wounded eagle Sacagawea.
You know, I go to Walmart.
I'll tell you the one I'd rather find is the Cheerio Sacagawea. The Cheerio. They came in the Cheerio boxes, and the tail feathers are checkered. You know, like a gun stock, all the checkering and stuff. The tail feathers kind of resemble the checkering on a gun, you know, like a 12 gauge. You know, the stock, not the forearm. Well, the forearm too, some of them are checkered. But anyway, the Sacagawea, the tail feathers are real fine checkered. I mean, they got a lot of detail. That's the ones, they only made 100,000, I think. Wait, no, no, all right. Anyway, look up the Sacagawea tail feather and the checkered, and that's the one. That's the main key date right there for that, because it was so tiny amount. They put them in Cheerios boxes, you know, in the dollar inside of a little plastic envelope, you know, clear plastic enclosure, and they did the pennies. Some of the Lincoln pennies like that too, and I forget what year those was. The Cheerio penny, they call it. They made more of them though. But the Sacagaweas, oh, that's worth some good money if you still got them in them little cellophane.
Oh yeah, they used to put
cellophane.
They used to put pennies in the Cheerios. Cheerios had a promotion like 99, 2000, I think it was.
Right, and the same not long after they came out with the Sacagawea dollars in Cheerio boxes too.
Yeah, they did that too. Yeah, I didn't know about that until a year or two ago. I looked it up.
Oh, okay. Man, I've been looking for those since just about since they came.
Yeah,
out.
they struck a deal with the mints to cross promote, and so they did that. So basically, he bought a thing of. I think it was actually on. I don't know if it was in the box or it was on outside the box, like tape.
No, it was inside the box in a little cellophane pack.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah, those are worth some money.
Elvis, what's up, mon ami?
Elvis is back. I didn't know he left, but he's back.
Yeah,
okay.
In fact, it wasn't that many because it was dollar coins, you know, and they did come out in 2000. The Sacagawea, I remember in 2000 when they came out, a buddy of mine in Cameron, you know, down the bayou there, down in the marshland, in Cameron Parish, buddy of mine found one, said, "Hey, you're a coin collector. Check out this gold coin I just found." And I'm like, wow. And I didn't even know nothing about them because, you know, it's so isolated down there. And, you know, I wasn't even on computers back then. They had computers back then. That's how we found it. My brother-in-law looked it up on his computer and said, yeah, that's the new dollar coin. It ain't worth nothing but $1.
Yep. Anything that says United States tender on it is legal, Ben. But yeah, it was real. It was real dollar coins, Sacagawea coins they were putting in there, fresh out of the mint.
Yeah. They'd have put them on the outside of the cereal boxes, like taped on there or whatever.
Probably would have stolen.
Oh man, everybody would have been ripping that off.
Yeah, true.
Elvis, I've hunted a few gators in my time. I sure have. When I was in my 20s. Next year, my next birthday, I'll be 60. So that tells you how long ago that was. 40 years ago. And all that stuff on Swamp People, don't believe it. all that rolling and all that, then fighting them gators. Bull butter. They make them do that. Now, I mean, if you get a pissed off gator, excuse my French there, if you get a pissed off gator while you roping him in, and you got somebody right there with the 22, okay, that's all I'm gonna say, 22. You got somebody roping him in, that gator just look at you like that, and then that's the last thing he saw was you. They don't do all that. They don't do all that crap.
Mm-hmm.
They make them do that.
Yeah.
I have some big ikes. Yeah. 40%, right? 40% silver.
I don't know where my Ike dollars are. I got a bunch of them somewhere. I don't think they're there. No, that's something else.
What does alligator taste like? I eat the legs on gator. I don't care for it. I will not buy the tail meat of gator because you got to take all the fat out. And whatever processing plant, if they don't take all the fat out in between them layers of meat and that tail, you're going to get a stinky kitchen and the gator's going to taste bad. But it's kind of like between chicken and pork. I'll say the leg. Chicken and pork. The tail got some fishy taste to it. And I don't, because of the fat, I don't care for
it. Yeah.
What you were saying, Johnny?
Weren't like sandwich dollars?
Not all of them. They were 40% silver.
Okay.
Most of them.
Uh-huh.
When they first came out, they were 40%.
Yeah.
Just like the half dollar.
Uh-huh.
When they were 40% silver.
Okay.
And 65, 6, 7, 8, 69, and 70. Kennedy half dollars were 40% silver. And when they came out with the Ike dollars in 70, they were 40% silver. The San Francisco's were 40% silver.
Yeah, but I didn't think they used silver when they made the sandwich dollars.
Yeah, but it's all a silver edge though. Now the clad where you could see the copper, those were not silver.
Yeah.
On the Ike dollars.
Uh-huh.
It was only the San Francisco's that were silver. If you got an Ike dollar, and what was it? 70, 71, 72, 73, and then 76, you had 40% Ike dollars in the set. They came in the set. Uncirculated sets and proof sets.
Mm-hmm.
For the bicentennial year. It was 71, 70, 71, 70, 71, 72, 73, 74, I think, was silver. The San Francisco.
They stopped that. Nixon took the silver content when he signed that law.
Well, they quit making them because the silver was worth a lot more at that time. So it was worth more than $1. When they quit making the last year of the Ikes, when they quit making them with 40% silver, that meant the dollar was worth. That dollar was worth more than $1 because of its silver content.
Mm-hmm.
So they went to nickel and copper clad.
Yep. That's why you don't have many silver coins now, because Nixon took back in the dollar out the silver and gold content when he signed that law, either 71 or 72.
Oh, that was Nixon when he did
The
that was
coin.
he took gold off the gold standard, the market.
Mhm.
So yeah, that was a big rigmarole there. But that was gold, not silver.
Yeah, but he took it out of silver too later on.
Oh, well, that I'm not
Yeah.
familiar with.
Yeah, that's why you don't. That's why you only have silver and silver in silver proof sets, pretty much. But like you were saying too, it's worth more than $1, so it's not.
Yeah, at that time they minted that coin. It was worth more than $1, so they made that many, and then that was it. Now for the bicentennial coins, they offered in 40% silver, and that why you can only buy it in sets, uncirculated set and proof set.
Well, even
So
like this isn't silver, but even like the drummer boy.
yeah, the bicentennial. Yeah, that looks silver to me.
I don't know if it is or not, but
Well, let me see the edge of it.
I don't think it is. Because I dropped it a few times to make sure.
I can't tell. I mean,
I could drop it. You hear it?
That didn't sound silver, but it
Yeah,
looks
that's what I'm
silver.
saying. I don't.
It does look silver because of the way it.
I pulled this out the Coinstar too a few weeks ago.
But
But
the quarter, yeah.
yeah, all
Wait.
76 quarters, bicentennial quarters, people don't realize they were all made in 1975.
75 and 76.
Well, some of them, yeah, but ACV, how you doing? But
Hey, CB baseball. No, the bicentennial quarters, half dollars, and dollars. They made those in 1975 and 76. You will
Yeah.
not see a quarter, half dollar, or dollar with 1975 date by itself printed on it. You will not see that.
no,
If
if
you
you
have
do, it's
one, it's a
fake.
counterfeit.
Yep. Somebody told me they had a 75 quarter, and I started laughing. I was like, "You do? Okay, well,
No,
let me know."
Yeah, that's right. Nope.
I said, if you do,
sure
you're a
don't.
millionaire. Yeah. But yeah, I found. Let me see. That's an old penny. But I try to make videos out of what I find on these things. Like I found a 57 Wheatie the other day. A customer put it right in my hand.
Johnny Best found a silver dime not long ago at the coin store here at Walmart here in town. What else you found in there, Johnny? Besides that silver dime, recently.
Oh, I don't know about recently, but I did find a bunch of 50 centavos
Oh yeah,
in the
Mexican.
coin store.
Yeah, the little dime looking, they're about the size of a dime, 50 centavos.
Yeah, I got one.
15 of them at least.
I got one a few weeks ago.
We got a few Mexican families that live here in town. They farmers.
I go early in the morning. I go early in the morning before I go to work, and I'll check the Coinstar. And I find a lot in the morning than I do. And they all look at me. I pull the stuff out, and I got the cashiers looking at me, and I'm like, I don't care what they say.
Well, Walmart or where you work at?
No, Walmart. I don't have a Coinstar where I work at.
Oh, yeah, you.
No,
live,
like I go get something to drink. I'll go get a Starbucks or something. I always check it. One time a cashier told me, you can't take that. That's not yours. And I said, it's free game.
Mm-hmm.
I can take what I want. Usually they don't say anything, but they always looking at you like, what is he doing?
Yeah. Well, who's it for? It's a reject tray, and the people are gone. They've been gone an hour. That money's been sitting down in that reject tray for how long?
A while.
Yeah, it's mine. I'm checking and I'm looking for. I always tell people if they ask me, well, what do you find? I'm like, foreign coins. That's what I say. I don't say silver. I say foreign coins because it's different sizes. That's what I say.
Yeah. Well, one time I went to check it, and the guy was dumping the. So when they're dumping, I don't go over there and I don't bother them or anything. Right, I wait until they're done.
Right.
And he was done. He was at the the checkout, getting this thing. I waited till he left. I was standing there like I was pulling something out, and they had a whole tray. It wasn't anything silver, but because a lot of times when you're done and it'll say done, it's still processing, so it'll still spit out change, old change, and that. This one didn't have a bunch of old change, but there was about $5 in nickels and quarters that kept popping out after he was done, and I scooped that up.
Yeah, well,
you know,
see, they have the option. It says on the screen, check reject tray.
Yeah.
You know, then it'll spit out your ticket. Now, once it spits your ticket out, that's it. You know, no more jingle, jingle, jingle. Well, and that's supposed to be anyway. No more ding, ding, ding like a slot machine.
Well, years ago, the coin when I worked at Savers Center, this was like 2000, whatever it was. The Coinstar was broken, and they were going to get a new machine. So they told me pull the Coinstar out, like pull it out, and there was a bunch of money in it. And they said anything that's on the floor, it's yours, because I had to wax the floor, so it was all coated in like this black wax, you know. And I was just like pulling coins off the floor, and then they were like, "Oh, well, you can open the Coinstar up." It was half broken. I said, "All right." I popped it open. There was like change in there and stuff. Took that out, but on the floor they had Kennedys, they had some Franklins. I had to, you know, they all black and everything. I had about $40-50 in change, and
on the bottom of that cabinet.
Yeah, in the back part that spits it out, but it didn't come through the front. They had mercury doms in there.
I didn't know they had a back part on a Coinstar.
It's the part that holds the change. The silver's supposed to spit out. But this machine was broken, so instead of the silver spitting out, it was going in the regular tray that they take. You know, they baggage up and they take to the banks. That piece was broken. So when I took it apart, I took the back piece off. All the silver started. What was on the floor, I found silver. Then all the change, because they told me, my boss was like, "Hey, we're getting rid of this. You can take whatever changes in there. We don't care." So I had like $50 in change, and I pulled it out, and had some mercury doms back in that thing. I said, that should have spit out. But the piece was, the reject tray was broken. But no, Philip, the back of the Coinstar machine was not waxed in about 4 years. So if you don't wax the floor, it will turn black. Like whatever dirt, dust. So behind the Coinstar, it was all black, and I had to wax it, because they had to put something else there. So I found all kinds of change stuff. But yeah, for whatever reason, it was just broken. And what wasn't on the floor, it was mixed in with all the regular coins. Like the reject tray wasn't working. It wasn't spitting out like it was supposed to. So, you know, that's a weird view. Y'all fuzzy now.
Yeah, I'm going to do something here. I'm going to take my... That new setup I got.
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
I hear you.
All right. That new setup I got.
Yeah, go ahead and test it. But Ben, one time, my last job, we had a Coke machine, and he would come in, he would empty the quarters, and I would search through it. And I ever asked him, "Did you find any silver?" And he goes, "Every once in a blue moon, I found a silver quarter," and he would switch it out for a regular quarter. Well, this one time, he took the change out and he left it. Well, I don't clean coins, Philip. That's a no-no. I don't clean anything. I leave it like it is. But this one guy, he's like, "I'll be right back." He left his change thing in there, so I was going through it. I pulled out 3 silver quarters, and then I took 3 quarters. I put it. I didn't tell the guy. And I said, "Do you ever find quarters?" He goes, "Every once in a blue moon." So apparently one of the employees had silver quarters, was feeding this sucker. You know, so that was an interesting thing that time. But yeah, I don't clean quarters. I just don't. But yeah, you never know what you're going to find in the Coinstar or behind the Coinstar. But yeah.
Who was that asked me that?
About what?
Elvis, I think, for the international banknotes currency. The only thing I got is Canadian currency. that buddy of mine, T. George, I'll call him,
Yeah.
Found It Buried. That's his channel name, Found It Buried. This ain't my new setup, Elvis.
Oh yeah, we don't mention his name.
Who?
Found It Buried. Yeah,
Oh, well, he's not dead or nothing like that. Just
I know that. Yeah, he's dead to me. Well, I know he's not dead.
Well, I don't know about all that, but anyway, he sent me some money for something,
Yeah.
and I forget what it was. Let me get this set up. Hold on. So he sent me Canadian money, and I said no. I tried to cash it in at my bank. I called my bank, and they said, let me look that up. We never did that before. So she looks it up. So international currency, I think it was $30 or something, $35 worth of Canadian money. And they says, yeah, okay, we found that, but by the time we charge our fee, you owe us $14. Yeah. So that means they don't do that. You know,
Yeah.
they'd rather not do the currency exchange, you know, because Canadian dollars, I mean, their dollar is like $1.35 to our dollar. You know, stuff's more expensive over there. Like if we buy something for $1 here, it's $1.35 over there. So that knocks that money, that 35 he sent, that knocks that down to like 30, and then or whatever. And then by the time they add that $35 fee, I owe them $14. I'm like, that's all right.
Crazy.
It's weird, man.
They get
I
you
mean,
off
I'm
of
pretty
that.
sure at the border, you know, in that area up north, you can go to a local bank and yeah, they'll just trade you whatever the going rate is, you know.
Yeah.
All right, let's see if I can change this right here. Camera. Here we go. Hey, how's that?
I see the side angle, but you're mostly in the dark there.
It's a little dark, huh? You know what? Let me do this. I got a trick for that. Let me put my other cam back on.
Oh, that's pretty
I'm
cool.
glad it's working though. It's a lot clearer though.
Yeah.
Well, except I'm in the dark. Hold on.
I always find Barbado changing the Coinstar, Philip. I usually do. Sometimes I find batteries. I don't ever film them when I go to the. That was the same one as before. But
Yeah,
I don't ever film it when I go to the Coinstar like some people do, and I go, oh, this is, you know, I just go and then I just film it when I come back, you know. But
I want to put it on the back camera, so I got to do this like this.
that was weird. What the heck was that flashing?
Now I got to rotate the camera. Oh, yeah, I got to rotate the. God, dog it,
1780 Russian coin, huh? That must be worth something.
1780. Wow.
That's what Elvis said.
Wow.
Watch batteries. Yeah, those. Sometimes people just throw crap in there and they throw it in there, and then yeah, it's mostly watch battery or some other battery. Looks dark. Could be.
Oh, yeah, that's the one I had up earlier. Okay, settings, webcam. Urium. All right. Wow.
That's bright.
It's too bright?
It's pretty bright, I would say.
Okay, let me do something.
Elvis would get a time machine to go back in time to unfake his death so he can come and perform in 1983.
Oh.
Yes, Elvis will never die.
All right, what about that?
Looks better than me. But just on the side.
All right. Yeah. All right. Now I'm at the same angle, but you can see more down here than you can on that other camera
Yeah.
that I had.
What happens when your phone rings?
It rings, I guess. I don't know. That's the first time I do this.
It'll probably knock you off the stream.
Yeah, it might. It might.
Well, why don't you test it?
Well, you know what? That's a good idea.
Have Johnny call you and see what it does.
Yeah, Johnny, call me. Call me. Call me. Call me. Any
Like,
time.
oh, your feed go bye-bye. It might just interrupt it.
Oh, okay, hang up.
No, didn't do anything.
Nope, but you heard the music, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. I got John Anderson, Seminole Wind for my ringtone.
This is all good.
Elvis said, I live upstairs in Graceland. Wait a minute.
He's shaking his booty in Graceland.
Looks dark. Oh. It's alive. Elvis is alive and well. Okay, let's see. Oh, it's the light above. I heard the music. Yeah. Okay. So, I mean, the light's not blaming y'all or nothing, huh?
No,
Okay.
not me.
Because I think when I don't know, when I moved it right there. Oh, no. Actually, earlier when I had it in my settings, I could see a big wide angle. Put this on regular, that third box from the left.
Let me see a wide angle.
Like that. Yep, that's the wide angle. Okay.
No,
Okay, put us back like we was.
it's a far end.
Because I look far away like that. Okay.
Call who?
Huh? What?
He wants me. I guess he wants me to call you. Why would I call him when I'm talking to him?
Wait, who said that?
Elvis. Because I told him I had your number before. And, way on my old phone. I don't have it on this one.
Look
But,
dark. Laughing out loud. I live upstairs. I bet Elvis would. It's the light above. I heard the music. Call it. Oh, I see it now. Calling field guy. Okay.
Light's okay. Well, yeah.
Yeah, call me. Let's see what it does then. Because I think I got you on a different ringtone.
Your phone's on this one, and this phone is dead. This phone is completely dead with no power. I don't have the numbers transferred to the new phone.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm. My phones are like that. This. All right. When AT&T unplugged, pulled the plug on 3G, I had to get this phone, and I went. I didn't go back with AT&T.
That phone still worked, but it was to the point where it was like it was echoing, and so I just haven't put anybody's number on here.
Oh, okay.
Except a few people. Because I told Elvis, I said, well, I got the Cajun's number somewhere, but it's on my old phone.
Right.
So, because he was like, "Where's Cajun? Isn't Cajun supposed to be here?" And I said, "Well, I sent him the link." I said, "He'll pop up if he sees it." I said, "I'm not going to bug him or anything."
Yeah, I saw it.
Well,
That was a little, you know, like, I don't know, it said 40 minutes ago or something. That's when I popped in.
I figured you had company or you were on somebody else's panel. I'm like, it's Saturday night. Everybody streams on Saturday.
No, the only ones I go to on Saturdays is like you. If you pop up on Saturdays, which most of the time you do.
Yeah,
But
there's a
at
Saint
6
song.
o'clock,
It's
at 6 o'clock, Twisted V Twin. You know, talk about lawnmower engines and truck driving, stuff like that. Anyway, forgot what I was gonna say.
Who Dat Dream? That's a Saint song. But I don't use ringtones because nobody calls me.
Oh, I know what I was gonna say. When AT&T pulled the plug on 3G, I had a phone and it still had a lot of life to it. You know what I mean? There was nothing wrong with it. I had it for 7 years or whatever. And I said, well, can y'all help me out with a new phone? They said, yeah, you know, we'll send you an email with some pictures to look at a new phone, you know, that you can buy. I'm like, what you mean buy? You know, I've been with y'all for this many years now, for 11 years. Y'all can't help me out on a phone or a program or something or whatever. No, you have to buy it full price. You know, I'm like, okay, I'll get back with you. So I discontinued that and I got with Spectrum because Spectrum sent me an email one time and said, hey, if you want a phone, we'll sell you a good phone and all this and get you the perfect plan. And it's not in the contract though. I'm like, so I called Spectrum and they say, well, we got this phone. So I looked it up. I wrote all the information down she gave me. And it's a Galaxy, Samsung Galaxy A-13. And I'm like, wow, what a phone, you know? I'm like, I just hope it don't come with all kind of stuff in it that I ain't got all these gigs free. You know what I mean? Like on my AT&T phone. When I bought that AT&T phone, like $39 or whatever, it was so crowded that I couldn't put an app in it just about. I never could put Facebook on it. Put it that way.
Facebook on this phone standard. You can't get rid of it.
So anyhow, so I just used the phone as a phone and that was it. You know, for 7 years or whatever. So anyway, I got this Galaxy Samsung A-13 for $10 a month. 2 years is paid for. My total bill with the cell service and the price of the phone is $24.24 a month.
Ain't too bad.
Yeah. And Spectrum uses for their cell phones, they use, what's the name of that company? Verizon. Verizon, the AT&T competitor. You know, can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? Yeah.
Well, Verizon bought out TracFone, which is what I have last year.
Oh, good. Now you probably pay cheaper for your minutes.
No, it's exactly the same.
Oh, okay.
Well, I have this phone. I have a year plan on it, so I don't have to pay anything until May of 2024.
Johnny had got a new TracFone. He was spending like $60 a month, $40 to $60 a month, and buying minutes. You know, he'd buy that big old card, you know, for like $40, $60, and I turned him on to crap.
There we go. Let's see if that works.
Cricket.
Cricket's, yeah. My aunt's got Cricket up that way, but you know, being out there in the country, she gets so much per internet after 10 or 12 days, the internet, the RAM, the megs, they run out. She's got to wait an entire month, to resurface to get internet. Like the last 2 times I went up there, I didn't have any internet. I couldn't get on my laptop or nothing for 3 days.
Wow.
Yeah, because they only give you so much, and they tell you, oh, she was like, well, can I buy some more? Oh, no, we don't do that. Like, really?
Was she
Okay.
using her phone as a hotspot or something?
Yeah, she's got the little hotspot thing, sort of like the AT&T hotspot, the little square, and they only give you so much. So, like, I went up there in the middle of the month, and there was no internet on there, so I couldn't get on internet, nothing. So I had to go to my cousin's house down the road, about 10 miles down the road, to get some internet, because she's got the AT&T. She's got that grandfathered plan where she pays, like, really, really cheap.
Yeah.
She's had it for like 20-something years. She pays like $9 a month for internet or something. It's like for a lot of internet gigs and
Right.
phone and everything. She only pays like $9.99 a month because it's been grandfathered in for years. So
Right. Excuse me for
a little
here.
little square box. You press it on, you get a code and something like that.
I know what it is. I used to have a Cricket thing like that, Wi-Fi that you just plug into a computer,
Yeah.
whatever, and it was about that long, but that wide. It kind of looked like a big Pure, a big Tylenol gel cap or whatever. That's what it looked like. That was years ago when I was in Tucson, Arizona, a couple of years for my job.
Not too bad.
But anyway, Johnny, he's got some internet, I think. I think he pays $30 a month for the phone. He bought the phone or it was free, flip phone, and pays $30 a month for the service. That's it.
Yeah, I was paying.
Cricket is owned by AT&T, so
Yeah, I was paying What I pay now, $24.95 a month. I think it is for 2 months, 3 months. But this phone that I got, it came with, my brother bought it for me, so he paid $100-something for it. It came with a year service already on it for free. So, and I got all these. I have like 8,900 minutes. It's like 170 hours of talk time. I got like 27,000 text on that sucker, and it rolls over every month. So it roll. I couldn't text. I couldn't do anything on my flip phone. I barely used the internet, so it was rolling over for 6.5 years. So I got all this time on it, so I don't have to pay for my phone till May of 2024. So I got a good year out of it still. The only reason it was supposed to be March 2024, but I set up the auto payment and I didn't take it off in time, so they just charged me 2 more months, but then added it on at the end of the bill. So but I only pay like $20. Auto pays $24.95. If not, I pay like $27 every 3 months. So literally I'm paying $100 a year maybe for a phone. So it's not too bad. I have a rotary phone in my attic somewhere. Yeah. The Who Dat Dream should be my ringtone. Anytime Elvis comes on chat, I'll break out the ringtone. Who dat? Who dat? That's Elvis's greeting. So do it that way. I'm gonna get something to drink. I'll be right back. I know Cajun's on mute, but I gotta get me some more.
Missy was telling me something.
Oh, okay. I gotta get me some more water real fast. So if you want to talk about something, go ahead.
All right, yeah, not a problem. Oh yeah, Missy said, man, what's happening right there? And she pointed, she said, the picture's different. I'm like, oh yeah, that's I told her I pointed at the camera. And I said, I'm using the cell phone, not the camera, the cell phone camera. one. Let's see. That's the macro, I think. Yeah, that's the macro. There's the MIDI. Yeah. That's a regular one. There's 3 cameras on the back of this phone. I don't know which one I'm on. Oh well. Oh yeah, what I was talking about earlier with Johnny he had bought a new track phone and it kept messing up. Kept messing up. And I don't think he had it but 3 months maybe or something. And so he just finally chunked it in the trash can after he went to Cricket and got him a free phone and $30 a month. Cajun needs to fix your wood grain TV. Yeah. I wish I was close to him. Yeah, I think I'm 2.5 hours from it, something. Him, I can get to him, but at the same time I can get to Houston, Texas. I'm almost in the middle of the state on I-10. But yeah, I could probably, and there's bad solder joint, cold solder joints or bad on those TVs. That's one thing that's for sure about that. It's a common problem. And it don't take one of them oscilloscopes right there. It don't take an oscilloscope like that to fix that. All you need to go in there with a plastic stick, poke on the board, flex it, and move components. And once that stuff starts blink, 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 like that, you found your problem. Unplug the TV, take the board out, remember which part it was, and just fix all the solder joints. Don't just fix 2 of them, fix all of them. I fixed many a radio, 2-way radio, marine radios and CB radios with bad solder joints, pulled solder joints, especially on the Cobra radios and Galaxy. Every one that had the bracket like that, then you had the rubber washer about that thick on each side, in between the bracket, and people would, they couldn't, like on it, up in the top, up under a console like that, they couldn't get their CB to hold, to lay just right. So what they would do, they would tighten up on them knobs, and the bracket was so strong, it would pull the chassis of the radio away from the circuit board in the radio, and it would pop them solder joints on the voltage regulators and the audio chip. So that was a big time deal.
They did a lot of stuff.
Can you hear me?
I hear you.
Oh, Elvis said no audio.
Oh, I don't know. I heard you when I came back in the room.
Oh, well, he must be talking about your TV then.
Yeah, he's like, Cajun needs to fix the TV. I said, well, if anybody could, he could.
But does your TV have audio or no?
What, my TV?
Yeah, the old one, the old 1992.
No, it doesn't even come on anymore.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the piece that gets loose, it doesn't even make it turn back on. Yeah, you used to have auto and everything.
Oh, yeah. Hold on. Hey, I got to go lean off the dock. I'll be back.
That's fine. I put some French toast sticks in the microwave. So, because I was going to order something tonight, but I said, nah, I got them cinnamon toast things I bought from Wally Worldland. So, I'll do it that way. So, but, yeah, well, we got a successful failure on the stream tonight, but it's all right. Let me go check my thingamajig and the what you call it. So we both doing the same thing at the same time, just a different place, a different planet.
Mrs. Mama called her one day, and said, "When you coming?" Mrs. said, "In about 20 minutes, I'll leave the house." He said, "Do me a favor, pick me up some French toast sticks at the Super One."
I got these cinnamon toast thingamajigs that I got from Walmart. Now, so I'm gonna eat some more. So I just put them in the microwave for 2 or 3 minutes, and I ate the McDonald's yesterday. That was all good.
So Missy asked me, "Which French toast sticks?" I said, "I guess it's French toast made small like mozzarella sticks."
Yeah, well, listen, it's cinnamon toast sticks. It's the Walmart kind.
Okay,
Cinnamon toast sticks.
Yeah, but but Missy got them at Super One at Walmart.
Oh.
Yeah, it's like French toast.
Yeah.
Well, we call French toast is totally different than cinnamon.
That's all it is. Yeah, turn the cam off, but that's all it is really. It's just, cinnamon toast. They call it a French toast thing. They just cut it up and then they put it in like that, and that's how they get it. So
yeah. So something like we make what they call you know what pamperdou is? Okay, lost bread, pamperdou, pamperdou. Well, that's something like
stuff.
pamperdou is like French toast.
Yeah, definitely. Let's see. Did y'all get some rain earlier? All that rain?
Dude, we had some freaking thunderstorms over here that was bad this morning. At about 9:30, something like that. You know how when lightning strikes?
Yeah.
And then they say when you see the lightning, count 1, 2, or whatever. And when you hear the thunder, if you count it to 2, that means the storm, the center of that storm, well, it was 2 miles away. Well, sometimes it's instant. And I mean instant. Like 3 blocks away from your house. You hear a real loud crack. Then you hear the thunder immediately.
Yeah.
That crack of that lightning. Well, this morning at about, like I said, about 9:30 there, it was like 5 cracks back to back, real fast.
That's what we had.
Like, like that. And then you heard the thunder, the tornado, like that. That quick, but it was like 5 cracks of lightning. So there must have been a main strike. And 4 fingers coming from it because it was that.
Yeah, they had it pretty bad down here.
I jumped. The dog jumped. The dog ran in the bedroom under the bed looking for cover, and it shook the house. I'm pretty sure that it was within a 1-block area.
Yeah, we got that weather about noon, 1 o'clock. We got that weather, and it was 60, 70 mile an hour winds because it was banging against my window, and it lasted about two and a half hours. And they said round 1, they said round 2 is going to be coming tonight around midnight, 1 a.m., and that's going to last most of the night.
Tonight?
Yep. They said midnight where I'm at, midnight, 1 a.m., a different weather system's coming in. That's going to last most of the night, but it's not going to be as bad as it was earlier. That's what they were saying.
Johnny?
No.
No, me neither.
You might not be getting it, but they said we going to get it.
Let me go to the channel 2 in Baton Rouge. I got their interactive radar on my when I go to Google. A new tab, and I see all my little things down there. I got channel 2 and Baton there. I click on that, and it brings me straight to the radar.
Yeah, the only time I check on that channel is when I go by my aunt's house, of course, because she's got that.
Right. And then from there,
that's what they were saying earlier.
And from there, I can navigate the rest
he was
of
saying round 1 is over.
All that.
Huh. But they were doing a YouTube feed. That's what I was watching on YouTube. It says severe weather live. And lightning hit one of their cameras and struck it on the air. And it broke.
Wow.
On the top of their building. No.
Yeah, there's round 2 coming in. Man, Beaumont, Lake Charles, Beaumont.
Yep.
Oh, man, that's all catching heck over there.
That's in Texas?
That's right there. Louisiana, Texas line. Beaumont Port Arthur just caught heck.
It might come later. They were saying at first midnight, but I think
coming. There's a lot of it. There's a whole squall line. There's 2 different squall lines coming through.
That's going to be tonight when we're sleeping, because he's like, the weatherman's like, put on your tornado sirens and blah, blah, blah. So I ain't putting that shit on.
That'll be in the morning for us.
Nope. That's gonna be about 3 hours away for us. Because Alexandria is catching hell right now. Natchez, Mississippi's catching hell. Or fixing to catch hell.
Yeah.
And Grand Chenier, Cameron is catching it right now. The town of Cameron. Grand Chenier to the east of Cameron is fixing to catch it. But the worst of it is to the north of me and the south of me. But it's going to pick up. It's almost an hour away, Johnny. Almost an hour away right now.
It's going to come.
But that ain't far from us.
And I ain't talking about Iowa. I'm talking about Iowa.
They've been saying near me.
Between me and Lake Charles. I'm talking to them, Johnny.
They were saying
Iowa is right before you get to Lake Charles on I-10.
Yeah, I know.
They were saying down here it was supposed to rain every day last week, and 2 or 3 days they said it was going to rain, thunderstorm, hail, and it was mostly partly cloudy down here most of the week. We get hail. They had hail I don't get it down here, but yeah, you can get hail. They had some last couple weeks ago. The right weather conditions, you can get hail. It don't have to be cold to get hail.
Yeah.
And we right here, so, and Iowa is fixing to get hit right there.
It's cold enough in the atmosphere. When it comes down, it's already frozen.
I better head home then.
Yeah, we fixing to catch it next hour and a half. if it holds up like it is, it's growing.
And boy, they got some lightning too.
Oh, a lot.
Oh, earlier my house, my window was shaking so bad, it was 60-mile-an-hour winds outside. I said, shit, is it a hurricane?
Yeah, right.
My window, when it gets really windy, it'll start banging. It'll go like somebody's knocking on my window. And that's how I knew it was storming, because I had the WWL feed up, New Orleans channel feed up, and I was watching it. And their studios is in the French Quarter, so that's the one that got the lightning strike on it, and it just boom, blew it out.
Yeah.
And
We
they
had-
were
we
saying
had
around
a little
me,
bit of hail this morning. It wasn't much. It's about
Yeah.
5 seconds of hail. You know, some little tiny ones, but that was about it. Nothing to get excited about.
yeah, not too bad there. I haven't seen hail in a long time, but they get it. By the time we get it, it melts anyway. Melts right away. Elvis wants me to put my hat back on. Well, I can certainly do that. You know, I can put my hat back on, turn the camera on for a minute. Why the hell not?
Is Katrina the worst storm you ever had?
Probably.
Yeah, for fuel guy. Well, and me too, because I was in on the Mississippi-Alabama line for Katrina, and we took the brunt of the storm over there. Now, baby,
My other hat.
oh, puppy, wanna get on the chair? That's what you want. Come on. Yeah, come on. There you go.
That's a good question. I haven't seen that sucker in a few minutes. Where are you, other hat?
But Rita, Hurricane Rita, about a month and a week or whatever after Katrina, that took out my part of town, my part of state over here. Holly Beach, Cameron, over here. Oh man, it was bad. But I wasn't here for Rita. But it wiped Holly Beach off the map.
We were spared most of those storms. I mostly got the coastal areas.
Yeah, Rita. Yeah, you clean across the state from when Rita hit. But Katrina, you was
Ground
you
Central.
you was on a good side of the storm. Well, actually, not really, because it was ground zero for you.
I had a lot of wind damage. I didn't have flooding because I was far enough away from the lake.
All right.
But my awning was in my backyard. In my backyard, that was gone. The fence was gone. I mean, you know, other than that, the roof held up, the house held up. I was living at the apartment. I wasn't living where I'm at now. I was across town.
Oh, okay.
My brother was living in this house then, and they didn't have any damage here. But at the apartments, was about 10 miles from where I'm at now. Like I said, the awning was completely gone, and the fence in the backyard was completely gone, and I had 2 windows blown out. But I had my mattress in front of the window, so it didn't get any glass in it. But other than that, everything was fine. The roof was good. Of course, I had no power, no lights, and people were in the streets. They wasn't riding, but they didn't know what the hell to do. But we didn't have the flooding.
All right.
So that's the good thing. We didn't have the flooding where I was just far enough away from the lake. You know, another
how many miles are you away from Biloxi? About 60?
About 60, yeah, I think so.
60 miles?
It's about an hour to get to Biloxi from here.
All right. That's about an hour, hour 15, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, actually, as the crow flies, it's a little shorter, you know, than getting to it by car. Because you take I-10 east, and then you got to go south, so that when you go south, you got to count that as ride time. But as the crow flies, it's a little closer.
They had this stupid contraflow for Katrina. The contraflow messed everything up because we were going on the side where you normally go this way. We were going that way, so it pushed us. So we were in a car for like 10 hours to get to somewhere for 3 hours. Like we got stuck in Kiln. So yeah, I actually went down Brett Favre's driveway. Didn't know it was his house at the time until I realized later where we were at, because it's all private property and we got lost and they were pushing us this way and that. So we went through Kiln, went through that way, went out of Kiln, went through most of Mississippi because all the roads were blocked because I was getting to my aunt's house. When you know where that is. So we had to go through Mississippi, get up that way. So a 3-hour trip took like 12 hours almost with the contraflow. And because we were going in the opposite direction, what the contraflow is, traffic that normally goes right, they push it to go left. You know, up or down, you know, east or west, whichever way. That contraflow is just a stupid thing because it was pushing traffic in the wrong direction.
Y'all evacuated too late, put it that way.
The day before.
Yeah, that was too late.
Well, you see, at the time, nobody knew what was going on. I wanted to evacuate a couple of days before, but I had other people, they didn't want to do it right away.
It was supposed to hit southwest Louisiana, like around Morgan City and all that.
They're already past of us.
And y'all would have been all right.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but it went straight up, you know, like that there. And like I said, I was on the Mississippi-Alabama line when my house got. It was gone.
Most of the damage that they showed was with St. Bernard Parish because the Mr. Go failed and the Industrial Canal failed, so it flooded that 23 foot of storm surge, flooded that whole parish.
Yeah.
St. Bernard is right on the Mississippi River, so. That's why you don't have the Mr. Go anymore. They got rid of that. They let the sediment build up.
Mississippi River Gulf Outlet.
Yeah, it went right up Mr. Go. It went right up that. Just flooded that.
Yeah, and when it made landfall, after it went through the Chandelier Sound, it went up the Chandelier Islands, cleaned that out big time, wiped all that off the map. Yeah. And it went up in Waveland, Mississippi, the official landfall for that at that point in time. Waveland, Mississippi.
Right when my dad
got creamed. That got creamed.
That's where my dad lives at.
Biloxi got creamed. They had a riverboat, you know, a barge. The casino barge. Okay. Well,
I know where it landed.
Were messed up. That casino bar, one of them that was not far from Hard Rock Cafe Casino.
Casino Magic that one got flipped.
Yeah, well, okay. The one that was not next to it, but 2 doors down, I think. It took, I forget which one it was. It took it up, that huge barge, and set it on top of that Holiday Inn across Highway 90.
Yep. I know exactly which one that was.
A 3-story hotel was a 1-story motel.
There's a boat from when either Betsy or Camille hit Biloxi.
Camille.
And yeah, I think it was Camille. And when I went there in the 90s, in the early 2000s, they never moved that boat. They left it there. And it was in the original spot since Camille put it there. Took it like 20 miles offshore and threw it on land. So they left it there and they put a plaque and everything. Well, Hurricane Katrina picked that sucker up and threw it another 20 miles. So that boat ain't even in Biloxi anymore. It's in the next county over. You know,
they had a joke. I want to say 4 or 5 months after Katrina hit. In fact, hey, look, Katrina was, you know, a real damaging storm. And the Ballard Battery got affected. They had 12 foot of water in Ballard Battery, Alabama. You know, and that's 100 miles away from, well, not 90 miles away from where the eye made landfall. Okay. About 4 months later, there was a joke running around about Katrina. They said, what's the only good thing Katrina contributed to, you know, to Mississippi and Alabama? Everybody's thinking, And they're like, I don't know, tell me. And he said, well, everybody quit talking about Camille. Because Camille, that was an everyday story in regular conversation, just about. You know, old men talking. Yeah, you know, for Camille, my boat got way over there, almost to the interstate. Well, so all that everyday talk about Camille, Katrina made him forget about that.
Well, I know about it because my grandparents' house finally got destroyed in Katrina. They tore it down afterwards, but we went through Betsy, we went through Camille, and they had the water line because my grandpa had the old Super 8 movies of it. And when he repainted his house and fixed it, he purposely left the water line on there and said, okay, that's from Betsy, that's from Camille. And he was going to do the same for Katrina. He was going to, okay, because they knew, but he was in the middle of redoing his house. Every couple of years, he'd redo his house. He was in the middle of refixing his house and putting a new roof on and everything. And after Katrina, it was still standing, but everything was flooded, the windows. And so they were just like, nah. He's like, I'm done. And, you know, FEMA took the land over and they bulldozed it. And I think it's still a vacant lot to this day. Yeah, no. But, like when I was a kid, he would show me, I was like, why is there a lawn there? And he did not paint over that lawn. He left it. He painted the whole house up, left the lawn. And he goes, that's the water lawn for Camille.
Watermark, yeah.
It was like 18 feet or something. It was like almost to the ceiling.
Yeah.
And he goes, that's the watermark.
Hey, when you got 12 foot of water in Biola Battery and Katrina made landfall right there at the Mississippi-Louisiana line in Waveland, that was a big storm, you know, high water.
Yep. So that's why my dad, well, he wasn't living at Waveland at the time. He was still living in Louisiana. He lives in Waveland, Bay St. Louis now. But,
right. Oh, yeah. Waveland, Bay St. Louis, all that got messed up bad.
He lives right outside the city limits, so that's definitely going to get it. If anything happens like that again. But he goes to, I think for Katrina, I think he was in Tennessee. Because I wasn't with him. I know one time he went to Texas, but I think he went to, I think he was in Tennessee at the time. He might have went to Memphis or something. I forget where, but I know he evacuated.
You know, you've been to Pascagoula before, haven't you?
A couple of times.
All right. Like, say if you're on Highway 90 and you're coming from Biloxi, okay, and then you go through Pascagoula, well, Highway 90 takes that curve up and it goes north. And I forget that highway that
we'll turn this off.
That it's called with Highway 90.
Yeah.
Anyway, you go through Orange Grove, and I ain't talking about the Orange Grove by the Iberville neither. I'm talking about the other Orange Grove and Bayou Cumbus. They got Bayou Cumbus over there. They got a store right there that survived the hurricane. It's called the Oaks, I think. 5 Oaks store, the world's best chili dogs. It's on the left before you get to I-10 on 90. Anyway, you take a right at that store, and that brings you east toward Alabama. Well, before you get to the state line, Alabama, where you can't get to the state line on that road, only the interstate, all that goes into Alabama. That road turns north, and that's Bayou Cumbus right there. Straight north of Pascagoula, and that's where my house was, on Bayou Cumbus, and the floodwaters took my house away.
Damn, that's a storm surge. That always gets it.
Yeah. Well, you got 25-foot waves pounding over there. I guess so.
Yeah. No matter how much they fix these levees, the Army Corps engineers, it's hurricane proof. They don't count into a fact. Yeah, it might be the winds, but you got storm surge toppling those. Unless you're making them levees 30 feet high, water's going to get over in some cases.
Right.
You know.
Well, they got that new, I forget what Lake Bourne, maybe?
Probably so. I know what you're talking about. They digging in Lake Bourne for to do something for
No, I don't know if it's Bourne or, but anyway, it's
might be
south. No, I don't think it's Lake
South
Bourne.
Pass.
No, it's a lake over there that they drilled all them, not drilled, they pile drived all them. It's on. They got a YouTube video on it. It's part of the levee protection system. It's south of
Yeah.
New Orleans, and they got all them pipes driven like that, and then all right, let me do this like this, and then like this, and they got a barrier wall that goes down. That stopped for when I think Ida hit. That stopped all the floodwaters out of New Orleans, but they had an older levee that they didn't think about by the southeast side of New Orleans, one of them suburbs down there, and I think it was around St. Bernard Parish, that one of the levees busted. Well, it just
I know
it
exactly.
only flooded a few neighborhoods. That was it. It wasn't no major
Yeah.
thing. It was just a few neighborhoods.
Well, you know, considering St. Bernard surrounded 3 sides by water,
Yeah.
you know, when you get off the Green Bridge, you got the water, you got those levees on the side as you're getting into the parish going that way. And then you go to the end of the world down that way where the Katrina Memorial is by the across the way from the Fort Beauregard. You got that way, which is missed to go that way. And on the other side, of course, you got the Mississippi River and the Industrial Canal in the 9th Ward, which is what broke during Katrina. And that's what flooded the lower 9th Ward, New Orleans, and St. Bernard that way.
Right.
It's probably South Pass, I'm thinking. Maybe. There's so many lakes out this way. Just I can't keep track of all of them.
Yeah, it was on the southeast side of New Orleans. I want to say
Lake Catherine? You got Lake Bourne, you got Lake Catherine, you got of course the Wrigley's is out this way. Then you got Lake oh shit, what's the name of that one? I can't think of the other one.
Yeah, it wasn't on the lake though. It came from the marsh and all that. The storm surge came through from the marsh and went over that levee, and it breached it just a little bit. It didn't breach it all the way. It breached about 3 foot from the top of the levee down. It was one of the levee systems because they got a lot of different levees over there. It's not just one big levee around New Orleans. They got a bunch of levees that split off here, split off there. They have a circle, you know, that they do that, and then and they had another levee on the other side, so that it kind of, you know, was like a round donut that collected some water. It was only 2 neighborhoods. That was it.
Well, when you get to St. Bernard, you go down you go past Violet Miro where it's all marsh, and you go down like to Reggio and stuff like that. Somewhere in the middle of there, they have the floodgates where they close it with the cement, and they close it right before you get to I think Laclosky or something, like about 10 miles down the road. So you close it in, but yeah, insurance, Elvis. After Hurricane Ida, all the insurance companies pulled out of Louisiana. They all said, "See you." They took everybody's money and said, "See you." And it's not only about a month ago, insurance companies came back to Louisiana, like in the New Orleans area, surrounding areas. Yeah, all the insurance companies were like, "We're not paying these damages," and they just left, or they filed bankruptcy. So they probably don't cover everything because insurance is frauds.
Well, I didn't have insurance. On it was a mobile home that I had with a screen porch added onto it. That's how I bought the place, and I didn't have insurance because of the reason that it was leased land, and in the lease it said in case of any like a fire or a storm or whatever, that I couldn't rebuild. That goes back to the landowner. I couldn't lease it anymore. And then that's when Katrina hit and took that place away. And then all that land was sold for some kind of duck refuge or something. There were a lot of houses that were sold on Battaria Road, by Bayou Compass. Now, one road was called Battaria Road, and if your house, I mean, a lot of people sold voluntarily, so they had the majority of the vote that wanted to sell for the duck bird refuge. That's just another way of saying, the government's buying your land and the government owns more land.
Yeah.
Everybody got bought out, and for a good sum of money too. People's houses, they bought the land, the property, the land, and they took your house that was on stilts. They took your house and moved it to whatever other land that you bought with the money they gave you. That, or you just gave them the house and they tore it down.
That's what happened with my grandparents' house after Katrina. They said, "Here's $2,000. Take it or leave it." Basically, my grandparents' property was worth well more than $2,000.
This was a lot more than that. Over there on Bayou Compass, it was like, hey, we'll give you $60,000 for your land. We'll move your house to whatever land you buy. Well, or we'll give you $10,000 extra for your house.
Yeah.
Well, guess what? They took the $50,000 or the $60,000, let them have the damn house, and then the government, and this is a true fact, the government sold the house for $1,000 to anybody that wanted it. But you had the responsibility to move the house, which that cost about $10,000 at that time.
Yeah. Well, they just settled those, the road to home grants during Katrina, where people, like you said, they were buying it and they were using the road to home money. They said you can use it on anything. You don't have to use it on house repairs. So a lot of these people were using it for food and other stuff like that. Well, the state was suing these people for years and years. And finally, a couple of months ago, they gave up on it. And they said, okay, we're just going to, like they said, it's all good. You could use it on whatever. But for years, they were dragging this out because they wanted their money back, because they were getting these road to home grants to, like you said, move houses, and people wasn't doing that. They were just using it to buy another house. And they were like, well, you can't do that, or they were buying food or groceries or like fixing their cars. Oh, you can't do that. So,
okay. Yeah, that's a totally different thing. That's a totally different thing then.
Well, no, but you just when you said that, that's what reminded me of it. But
okay, gotcha.
You know what we call FEMA, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. People go, "Oh, FEMA help me," and I go, "Really? They help people now?"
Well, my place got taken away. I got that $2,800.
Yeah.
That first time, and then they had the second go around. I think it was 1,100 or something, or whatever it was. I got both of those.
Yeah.
Didn't do me no good,
During Katrina, I
couldn't rebuild. I could have built for that money back then. That 2,800 or whatever it was. I could have made a nice little brand new camp right there. Just say 20 foot by 50 foot. I could have made a nice little thing for that amount of money.
I'm trying to remember what I got. I didn't lose because I was living in the apartments during Katrina, but I didn't lose anything. But
everybody got the first initial payment in that area. If you lost your house or belongings or your personal property, everybody got $2,800.
Yeah, I got something. I didn't lose anything, but because I was misplaced.
Right.
I think I got like $1,200 or something like that, and then
okay.
I didn't get as much as y'all. I got like, they gave me like 1,200, and then I got a grant from something, and then I was working at Wendy's at the time, not the independent. I was working wasn't for the corporate, but the corporate branch of Wendy's gave all their employees $2,000.
Wow.
So I got that. And then I got hurt about 10 or 15 days after we opened back up. That's when I burnt my elbow. So I was on workman's comp. And they pay you 60% of your salary. So basically, I got all this money at once. And I was like, what the hell? So that was when I had my savings. I put everything in the savings. And, You got ice cream?
Ice cream. Chocolate, strawberry, and vanilla.
What? I need some ice cream.
Neapolitan. What was that, like $5 for that gallon bucket?
Huh.
Yeah.
I missed the K&B ice cream.
Oh, man.
That's what I miss.
That was awesome.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That guy was from, I think he was from New Orleans, that opened up K&B.
There was two of them, yeah.
I remember the K&B ice cream, and they made their own ice cream.
Yeah.
They made their own.
It was the best.
And I want to say it's a guy from New Orleans that started that drugstore, drugstore and then convenience store or whatever, because you can get groceries, it can be.
It was two guys. It was Croft and Burhoff, I think it's called. It was Sidney. I think his name was Sidney Kraft or Sidney Croft, and the other guy was Burhoff or Burbest or something like that. That's what the initials K&B was for.
They had a big freezer department. They called them a freezer department or something.
And you walk in the stores, yeah.
In New Orleans, they had that, and that's where they would make the ice cream at. And then the company moved the ice cream. I think they went to Georgia or something.
Probably.
They started making it.
I bought that Ted Williams cart for $40-something, Elvis. It wasn't that much. If I'm buying a car, if I'm buying a baseball cart for $1,200, it better be in mint condition. That's all I'm saying. Same thing with a coin. But
all right, guys, I'm gonna jet out of here. I got some chicken, sausage, and tasso sauce piquant to put down my throat and belly.
All that foods.
Oh yeah. So, all right, everybody. Hey, Phil guy, appreciate you sending me the link. Appreciate you having me up here. Good seeing you again. Well, last night or night before last, I was in there typing. But all right, everybody in the chat, good to see y'all again. All right, y'all know the routine. It's good being north of the grass. Stay safe. Be that way. Be that way. Stay safe. And as always, love, peace, and crackling grease. Catch y'all later.
See you, Kate.
Have
a good one. All right, so let's see. So we're running it by myself. Shit, I've been on for almost 3 hours. So I'm gonna do about 3 more minutes, and I'll probably end this stream myself. Unless CV wants to go live or somebody, I don't know. I only got like probably another 2 more hours of StreamYards, and I'll do the refresh. Don't know when I'm gonna stream next though. That's the tricky part because I got things. Next couple of weeks, I probably won't stream as much as I used to right now because I'm doing things. But I might do some like early streams, like 6 to 7 a.m. before I go to work here and there. If you like an hourly stream, just say coffee with Field Guy. I don't know. Or I'll just do the early morning, just to throw it in there, I guess. Mega views in the morning. Morning streams, I don't know. I've done morning streams. The first one got a lot of views. But I don't know. It just depends. You plan to do one in 10 minutes. Well, I guess I'll go over there in a few minutes and clock in and do whatever. Maybe Elvis will pop in. I don't know. but we shall see. But yeah, 3 hours doesn't like much. Of course, didn't get as many views as yesterday or much watch time, but that's okay. You know, yesterday I got like 30 hours of watch time. It comes and goes. Definitely comes and goes. 12 minutes. Okay, well, first it was 10, now it's 12. You got to make up your mind. Oh, driving home. Okay. Well, it's 11 o'clock here, 10:59 p.m. So basically it's 11 p.m. So you got a 2-hour time difference. So it's like 9 o'clock there. Wherever Elvis is, it's probably like 4:30 in the morning. Graceland's got their own time. Yeah, that's the thing, Elvis. It jumps when it wants to jump. Each chat is different. You notice in the beginning of the chat, they had people that wasn't in the chat the night before, and they wasn't in the chat the night before. If I get all of these people at the same time in one chat, simultaneously, every chat, then I got something going. Then we got something going. But, it's just the bottom line. There we go. We passed 3 hours of responsible chat. I know I'm not chatting. I'm probably not doing any stream tomorrow. Like I said, I don't know when the next time I'm streaming is because, it's kind of tricky. That's what I had last night. 3? No, I did 3.5. Last 15, I had 5 hours of StreamYards left starting tonight, so I got about 2.5. So StreamYards refreshes on the 4th. So the latter streams, I'm going to do the restream, which is different than StreamYards because StreamYards only gets you 20 hours. I'm not giving up. I'm busy. I got shit I got to take care of. When I'm working, I don't like to come home and do a chat right away. I never give up. I always persevere. In fact, far from giving up, I'm going to double down. I'm just going to do I'll do some morning streams for a while. See, the tricky thing is you pull people and you get different perspectives, different things. But, that's just the bottom line there. So I already seen this episode. We'll flip it on this thing. Does it matter? It matters to me only because I have a roommate and they're always playing music or they're always watching TV and it bleeds into my room. I don't want to have a risk of a copyright strike. That's the problem. I've had that before. But, streaming at certain times, it kind of does. Oh, I've never done Prism. No, it doesn't matter. I've done StreamYards. I've done off of YouTube. I've done Refresh. Never done Prism. I don't know how to fool with Prism. Doesn't really matter what platform you use. Most people, before that, people used to use Hangouts, which I refuse to use Hangouts. My old phone still has Hangouts on it, but YouTube banned Hangouts. So you can't really do Hangouts anymore. So that's just the whole gist of it. But I ain't giving up by a long shot. It's just the next few weeks I'm going to be busy or out of town or doing something Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So it just depends. I might, like I said, I'm going to do a few morning streams because that'll get something going. And then I'll do my evening streams and then I'll just do it and see, what's what. Can't stay up as much as I used to anymore. That wears me down. But I don't give up on anything. I keep going. See, it's all the other outside universe forces that are conspiring against me, as I like to say, because, you got to break the sound barrier just to get anywhere. See, I don't have this problem on Twitch. Logistically, on Twitch, It took 2 weeks. Boom, no problem. 2 weeks. If it would have took me 2 weeks on YouTube, I'd be jumping like. But it also depends on who comes in. See, yesterday I had a whole different crowd than I did today. And the day before, I had a whole different crowd than that day. That's what I'm saying. If you notice, different people come on different days. They all can't come at the same time. And then I've had people that don't come anymore for whatever reason they want, like I explained yesterday. But yeah, YouTube, StreamYard, Prism, Refresh, Streamlabs, which I've never done Streamlabs. The OBS, you know. I've been waiting 5 or 6 years for a viral. My viral video is that Mario video. It got me 4,600 views. That, if you want to call it viral. In order to have a viral video, you have to have a cat or a dog, preferably a cat, young kitten. Somebody got monetized because they put a young cat that was just born, and they got like 650,000 views, and they shit their pants. And then that's all they started doing was filming the cat. And then they wonder why after that they didn't get many views. It's like, well, you can only see the same cat so many times and so many But they literally got monetized because of that one video, because they got like 680,000 views, whatever the hell it was, 650, 680. They got a shitload of watch time because they had like 1,200 subscribers, but when they did live chats, nobody was in it. So she put out, and I can't remember her because I don't even know if she's still on YouTube. I think she got burnt out. But she used to do live streams of the beach because she lived on the beach and she would show the water. So after that, she stopped doing live streams and just started doing videos of the cat. And then she got frustrated because she's like, why can't I get 600,000 views on every other video? But they keep seeing it. So she would get a couple hundred, but then it got to the point where she was getting 30 views on the same videos. And she's like, well, I don't get it. I'm like, well, the cat's growing up. I mean, some people are going to watch it. But I wish I could remember this person's channel name because I haven't seen them in a while. I don't even think they're on YouTube. Literally, like almost 700,000 views for a damn cat. And it freaked her out because it made her monetized because she didn't have nobody watching her. So, who wants to see a cat? Women do. Women like to see cats. Women like to see anything furry. You know, I mean, Elvis, if you wore a furry cat suit, your girlfriend would jump all over you. I mean, well, she does now. What I mean, I don't know. I mean, apparently there's people that want to watch a cat. I just wish I could remember this person's channel. Literally, she was doing like 4-hour live streams and getting like 5 views. And then she did that one video and it freaked her out. The planets have to, there's certain factors that will here. You see, YouTube's got to push your video, first of all. If you make it a short, you might get tons more views that has a short. But if YouTube's not pushing your video, it ain't worth shit in the first place. You got to tag it properly, and you got to hope that the planets align, the sun, the moon, Jupiter. In order to have a viral video, it's basically got to not be a viral video. It's just got to be like, okay, I'm putting this video out, and, it's like those people on Twitter that try to say this is gumbo, and it's not gumbo, and it gets like 62 million views, and they freak out. It's got to be something like out of the ordinary. Hey, Cult 49ers, how you doing? Appreciate you popping in. I'm going to be ending the stream in a few minutes because we're going to CV Baseball Card Collectors when he, when he's gonna do a stream in a few minutes, so we're going over to his channel. You could say I gave up, but I didn't, Elvis. So you know the story. You were there. You know the story. But viral videos are a dime a dozen. It's a combination of luck and being at the right time at the right place and posting at the right time at the right place. That's all there is to it in that situation. That's it. It's not, Well, tell me when you're going live, CV, so I can end this, and we'll jump on your stream. Because I'm pretty much done at this point. I've done 3 hours. I'm pretty much done. You know, I had Cajun on the panel. Once Cajun ended, I was getting ready to end the stream. But I was waiting a few more minutes. Because it's supposed to rain here pretty soon. You know, see what's what. But I wish I had some beer right now, something to drink. I burnt the roof of my tongue, the roof of my mouth, so it's freaking bothering me right now. But I mean, but other than that, yeah, supposed to rain again tonight, so I'm looking forward to that shit. Rain, rain, more rain. But I ain't that popular to get 10,000. How much do I make on YouTube? 0. I don't make any money off this damn platform. No, that ain't mine, and I don't have any more. I've never made one dime off of YouTube. Make a lot more on Twitch. Shit. I don't know. I'm figuring CV's got to be home by now. I don't know. But if y'all want to go on CV Baseball Card Collector, if he's not live now, he probably will be. So I'm gonna end the good old stream. So I appreciate y'all popping on. And maybe I'll see y'all on Scotty's in the morning, but we'll go see. CV's gonna find me that Frank Thomas and mail it to me. Probably sitting right there on the desk. But we shall see what's going on. So I'm in the stream. See if CV's streaming. If not, we'll go there. So y'all have a good night. I'll see you next time.